Right. Hello, one and all. Sorry about that. It's a chaotic day today. Calendar entries are all over the place. The players are turning up, not realising the game is starting now as opposed to a bit later on. So, So, hello, one and all. And Flylight, thank you for following. And I do believe I got some new followers on YouTube. And the only one I think I got an email about, I noticed the numbers went up. Let's see who it was St. Michael. So, hello, St. Michael. But anyway, the players are just adding into the party as we speak. We'll have a get started. So the fun and games we got is, well, we lost the Decker, so that'll be interesting to see how we deal with that one. But in the meantime, thank you for joining us. We'll see what we can do with Sprawlrunners today, with party members popping in and out. This is real life. It's not like those nice professionally scripted stuff. This is live as it happens. I don't get to edit anything, and I don't forget to end the video when I thought I had, and therefore carry on chatting one way like I did last week. But that's just it. I'm hoping you enjoyed it. You come for the game and not for the professional razzmatazz, because you'd be sorely disappointed. Anyway, let's get into the game. Thanks so much. Hello, one and all. Hello, oh joy.
Howdy.
Got paranoid for a second. Got paranoid for a second that my microphones were playing up. As always, there's always something going on with this silly computer system. So, right. So previously on Sprawlrunners, I seem to recall that you defeated the hot dogs. You sent them running.
Crying back home to their boss with a warning not to come back.
Very much so. And
next time we won't be so nice.
Yeah, and I seem to recall you managed to do it completely non-lethally. Right, well, there seems to be no more repercussions after that for the rest of the for the next couple of days while you were still discussing and thinking about what to do next. And in the meantime, I have a nice. I took some, after taking inspiration from someone else who tweaked it. I retweaked it and changed the font, and therefore now you have the ramen bar with the correct name sign. Thanks for the inspiration and the will to look at how to do it quick. Once you explained how you did it, I worked it out. Oh, good! I've got a console error. Great! Today I've got console errors when you get bennies. That's going to be fun, isn't it? Oh, the fun and games of constant updates on Fantasy Grounds causing interesting issues, but they wouldn't be the same without them, really, would it? Whether or not you get console errors on tests, we'll find out. I have updated, but I'm not sure if he's found another problem since then. So hopefully we won't get those. We were still on Tuesday. But anyway, so it's a couple of days after the you sent those gangers, strangely dressed people packing, and things have been relatively quiet since. You were planning. Pardon me. Bad digestion day. You were planning a job, I seem to recall, and
we've got to recon the area, haven't we?
Yep, that was the idea. But the only other than that, it's all been relatively quiet. The only interesting thing you've noticed is that for the second time in as many weeks, your operator seems to have gone off the grid and vanished. First it was Twixie, and now it's Mogwai.
We're going to have to start keeping an eye out for a new one.
Is this an in-game thing, or is this a logistics out-of-game thing?
Oh, no. Mogwai's gone offline. You cannot get hold of him. Same as Twixie. They've both vanished.
If I get research, does that make me an operator? Because I've got all the other stuff, hacking and electronics and such.
Research is how you find nodes and stuff. But obviously, if other people have got research, they can probably do the research for you in the short term.
I've got all the hacking and everything else, so yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's no reason not to have more than one operator on the party anyway. That sometimes, in some ways, having two people jacked in on a mission may or may not be useful. But that's by the way. So out of game, yes, you've lost the guy that was playing the operator. But in game, he's got off the grid. The second one in as many weeks.
Fair enough. I wasn't trying to get personal. I was just trying to see if maybe you whispered to somebody, and this is something that the group needs to figure out. That's all. I apologize for
If we were paranoid types, we'd have to start wondering if somebody hasn't identified and started targeting our people. At least our hackers.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
Well, exactly. So yeah, it's actually a bit of both. So in sort of player to player, you've got to come up with the fact that you may or may not have an operator / decker, depending on the terminology you want to use. There may be. I know someone has applied. This is in out of game, as it were. I know someone has applied and did mention that they were quite interested in playing one. So you may end up with another one. And as I say, I don't have there's no problem with having two. No problem with having three, as long as you've got all your bases covered. But in game, in both cases, they both disappeared the day after. The day after they discovered and mucked about with that bug downstairs.
Well, and Beulah has been thinking a little bit about this in his limited capacity, and along with being a driver and a rigger of sorts, is happy to sort of take on. I think the skill set. Beulah thinks that he would make a very he'd like to step up. He looks at the team and says, I could step up and do some of this stuff if you would like. What say you?
Waif would just shrug because that's not her area of expertise. She doesn't do cyber implants. She was trained by Master Zhang largely to be self-sufficient and protect herself in a world where, unprotected people suffer.
If you want to multi-class into a scientist, I don't have a problem with that.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah,
Quig thinks you're very smart. You should do that. Yeah.
That leaves Quig out. Quig's great. We love his broom, but not his fault.
Are you implied just because Quig's got a D4 -1 in the skill track that all of the skills are based on, he wouldn't make a very good operator?
He's very good at what he does. That's, what matters. It's just like Waif. We're good at what we do and let other people focus on being good at other things.
Well, indeed. So, obviously, you've got a... So, basically speaking, what I'm trying to say from a game perspective, you have a couple of direct... Well, you've got to put your teeth in and start that sentence again before it runs away one more time. You have multiple threads and strands that you can pull upon and follow, and depending on which way you want to go. You've got the fact that this place is bugged. You know the fact that the last 2 times people interfered and mucked about with the bug, they went offline the following day or so. And also you've got the job that someone's going to pay you to do. Which was
let's focus on the income generating task for the moment, and we'll worry about the bug later. We know it's there, so we know how to thwart it, so it's not,
Technically, it is partially thwarted because the idea is last game we put a camera on the roof of the building, and it films at the same time the bug downloads. So if somebody's sitting across the street in a car, we can hopefully get a picture of the car, or preferably a picture of the person. Maybe know who's tracking us.
Hopefully, yeah.
Do we know if Zhang knows that this bug is down there or not?
Nakasune would own the ramen bar. Zhang owns the dojo.
Okay, that's what I meant.
And I don't think we've asked him about it.
Oh yeah, we were going to go and ask him for some info.
Well, we just drove off people that were trying to shake him down for protection money. So he may be more forthcoming with, I mean, if we approach him with, hey, we discovered this in your basement and you should know about it because they might be targeting, because it's more likely they're targeting Nakasune than us. From outside appearances, we're just random, regular customers. Well, until we beat up the thugs, but.
Yeah, they were definitely targeting the food places that were staying open, weren't they? So we need to go and do we've got a job now, haven't we? So what we've got to do there, we've got to go and infiltrate the boss, infiltrate the staff.
Oops, that should have been a whisper. Doesn't matter. I was just checking. Sprawlrunners, you don't get the 12, you get the full 15 when it comes to creating your character skill point wise.
Right, so I've only spent 15, so that means I've got another.
Right, that's where I was trying to log into Savage to bounce up the electronics just to do a D6, but I don't know quite how to do that. I guess I could take another hindrance and do that. Is that right?
Depends on how many you've already taken.
I've got 15, but 5 of them are the ones you start with, aren't they? So I've still got 5 left, so I can bung in research and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Three left.
From your perspective, you have to wait to your next advance, and then you can sort of take an advance by learning. You can learn electronics, which put a D4 in it, and learn another skill. But that's the only issue, as it were. But it's hacking.
Well, Beulah looks at the group, and he's not going to tell the group that he's only rolling a D4 for electronics. But he says, "What could go wrong? Everything will be fine."
Yeah. So if you've already so what I would say from your perspective is, on your next advance, what you would do then is you would buy a D4 in hacking and increase, for argument's sake, your electronics up to D6. But to be honest, actually, what you'd probably want to do is get a D4 in hacking and a D4 in research. Looking at your skill set at the moment.
I have a D4 in research at this point, don't I?
No.
Wait for advance before I grab research. Is that what you're saying?
No. If you've got skill points to spend, I'd spend them. Because look at Beulah, you've got athletics, battle, common knowledge, driving, electronics, fighting, intimidation, notice, persuasion, piloting, repair, shooting, and stealth.
Oh, okay. So I'd want a D4 in research and a D4 in hacking so that I'm not rolling D2s, essentially.
Essentially, yes.
But Beulah's
Didn't
not telling
somebody
the
tell
group
me
that he's rolling
statistically
D2s.
D4? Statistically, D4 are the dice most likely to explode anyway.
Yes.
No, I got that part too. Yeah, cool. Well, Beulah's not telling the group he's rolling D2, so but he's ready.
Well, his plan, his aim in life was to get smarter and improve. So obviously, he's
That's right.
Yeah.
Done it. I've got research now as well. Yeah.
Yeah, working with us gives you a chance to expand your skill set.
Indeed. So sorry, I was off trying to determine how many skill points you got when creating characters, because people are asking me questions in Whisper. Well, you guys were talking about what you were doing next, so I know you were going to go to talk to someone, but I didn't catch who it was and what it was about. Was it Mr. Zhang or was it?
We were gonna check with Nakasune to see if he knew about the bug to alert him, as a favor, because he's now under our protection.
Yes. He is most troubled when you tell him about the bug, and but he does suspect that it is more likely related to the fact that he now lets you guys use that area as a sort of lounge area, and obviously maybe he's down by association, but he says, well, now we know it's there, and we'll just make sure we're careful about. I'll make sure we're careful about what we do, and obviously The last thing we want to do is tip anyone off that we know about it. But
And
Sounds
now
like a
he's
classic
had
case
real-
of
and our driving off those guys looking for protection money from him, gives him a real benefit to keeping us around. So
well, exactly, yes. One may think maybe that's one of the reasons he let you take it, rent lets you rent it out at a ridiculously reasonable rate in the first place. So,
hey, I'm going to tell him, and maybe Mr. Nakasune, you might want to start serving hot dogs here, just as a message to him.
well, but surely that's playing into their hands because that's what they're trying to muscle in on, forcing everyone to basically driving out businesses and using their
I have had
franchise
hot
instead.
dogs in ramen.
No, just as a side dish, because, in this place, well, send us hot dogs, we will eat them.
I have had hot dogs in ramen. It is really, really gross. Don't do that.
Big fan of ramen, but, it's convenient.
Okay, now I'm a bit knocked. I made a map and I've lost it. What did I do with the map?
I'd have been happier with a shish kebab grill, but,
Oh, there it is. Okay, so from your perspective, obviously the Gaia Tech is a little more tricky on the research front because you've already done you've already had the drone fly over, and because it's an underground facility and you're not able to actually get any detailed plans, basically because there aren't any, because it's incredibly secret. All you've got is an overhead shot of the area.
we've got no way to determine the layout unless we can get somebody inside.
Well, indeed, but to be honest, it's I'm going to say it's a time-sensitive job. This one, unfortunately, so you might not have time to infiltrate. It may just be one of these ones where you just have to hit the ground running, as it were.
We had got some information on about how many security if we hit at night.
Yes.
About how many security personnel we'd be likely to encounter.
Very much so, yeah. Which I do believe you'd also been issued with gel rounds, so it's to make sure it's non-lethal.
Established we can do non-lethal if we want to.
According to records that you uncovered, a total of 12 guards are stationed overnight in the facility.
And had we seen it? Now, did we had a map of the, aerial, right?
You had an aerial view, yes, which I have not got as far as finishing. So just bear with me a second. But like I say, it literally was you had a car parking area, and then after that you had the woods. Path through the woods and a compound, as it were. And I'm just dealing with that as we speak.
Bueller
At least
thinks
think we're doing that last
his
week.
natural night vision is going to come in handy because he thinks we should just go for it. You go on in there in the dark, and what could go wrong?
Well, here's an additional thought that Wayfall offer because of what she does anyway. Is regardless of the time of day or night, she could approach the main gate or main entrance under her cover as a courier with a package. In fact, you guys could even make up a special package if you like. And while they're paying attention to why somebody's doing a delivery late at night, you guys could approach from the other side. I mean, it's not going to distract all of them, but it's also they're not all going to have their attention up there.
Nearly there, just give me a sec. Oops.
Babiman will remind you that there is, if I remember correctly, there's like 300 people, some of which will most likely be willing to do other things than what their contract says.
Yeah, it was high. I think it was. I think, well, it's highly recommended that you go in at night, obviously when it's a lot less people about. Trying to infiltrate during the day, when you're trying to infiltrate the place, vandalise it, smash up the tech, and spray stuff. You really want as few people there as possible. So, as Babyman points out, you don't really want to be going in. 12
Yeah,
security guards with gel rounds is doable. 300 plus staff they don't have enough ammunition for that.
And if we're going in under the guise of
Okay, sorry, I'm being too cryptic here. The point is that Babyman wants to find the people who work there and is convinced that some of them are willing to help us, as long as they're giving the right kind of incentive. I'm sure some of them are not liking the situation, so they could just be, glad that someone is doing something, or some might be blackmailed or forced in other ways. And it could be someone was thinking last time that maybe we could actually steal some ID cards or whatever. That's true, but Babyman is thinking more straightforward, that there is someone, an inside man working for us, so that person could, depending on how the place works, the first thing is that we would know something based on their knowledge. We would get additional information to begin with, but also they could be able to, for example, provide us maybe an ID card, or maybe they might be able to change some shifts for us, or leave some things open, or whatever. There are 300 people we can start. I'm sure that he's certain that at least one of them is willing to help us.
I think the problem there was that time. It's going to take time to find the people that we can subvert, and we don't have that kind of time.
Yep.
I mean, once we get inside, if you encounter somebody, a guard or whatever, that looks reluctant to challenge us, that might work, but...
So, Beulah, I've just popped you on the map because I didn't have a drone or anything as an ally, so if we pretend you're the drone and you were exploring the site, that's pretty much what you can see. I've unlocked tokens, so you should be able to fly around the structure, as it were, to get any views, but it literally is what it looks like, a concrete bunker in the middle of a forest. But as you can see, concrete bunker in the middle of a forest.
And the inside's all masked off.
Sorry?
It's all masked off.
The inside should be, yeah.
The outside is that just one corner we can see?
Possibly. If you move around, are you not seeing it as we move?
Right, yeah, it is
around?
now.
Yeah.
It's updated, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the drone. Then when the drone flies around, so that's all you get. It is literally, as I say, if we pretend Buddha's the drone flying around, as it were.
All I had was on the screen was a black, the little bit in the corner, but the rest of it was all looked like it was masked off. But it must have just taken a while to update.
Yeah, so it's literally, as you see, that path leads out to a car park, and there's a sort of a quarter of a mile, possibly half a mile trek through the woods to reach this. Then you've got the entrance to the bunker, which is there. That was so it's a dense and confusing wood area. No, I'm not doing that bit. I've forgotten what it was about. It was basically it was the look. There's the cameras. I can't remember how to, the facility is clearing of ground. Electric fence surrounds the outside, which you will have got past at that point. You'll obviously have to work out a way to disable it. The elevator, it's a swap. The door code is a swipe card lock requiring lock picking roll. Or as if you go down Babyman's route and you can nab hold of get someone's pass and they don't report it stolen before you try and break in, you could always go that route. But to be honest, you reckon picking the set of locks might be the best way to go.
That was what Bueller was talking about the other week, going to talk to people
Yes.
outside of work and trying to pick their brains a bit.
Yes. But
Yeah, the art of social engineering, as we call it.
That's the one. That's exactly what I was looking for. The words that I couldn't remember what it was called, but I knew you'd remember. That's what we want to do. Social engineering. See if we can. It's exactly what Baby Man wants to do, and it's what you said last week. So,
well, indeed, and I don't deny that, but you could give it a shot. But obviously, to deliberately nerf you doing that because I'm being an evil git.
That was the hint that we're on a time-sensitive mission.
Yeah, you've got a note back saying it's a bit time sensitive. They do need the place trashed sooner rather than later. So,
Okay, back to the.
But just to be on the same page here, like someone is already, if I understand, we're assuming someone is at the moment getting us information how the place looks like with some kind of drone or whatever. Right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So like, are we talking about it? We need to hit it in the next 2 hours.
Pretty much, yes. You need to hit it this evening.
Late tonight, like midnight, 1 o'clock.
How quickly can we get through the electric fence? So we got to hack our way through, and then we got to get someone who can go through you can hack the lock.
Yep.
Or is there a way of getting in through the top? Does the drones here, or is it just literally a bunker you can't get in except the door?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
There is a campus.
Waif is going to go back to the direct approach to just drive up to the front door on her scooter as a courier, and it's weird because it's late at night, so it'll draw attention to her because couriers don't usually. But if she makes up some BS story about this was sent from and it's supposed to go directly to the head of security, can you guys rig up a package that if they open it, it will like release gas that would take them out, or release a drone that could get us a better inside view, or render all their security apparatus. There's a number of options.
Go in and hack their front door with a package.
If they take the package in, then with a drone or whatever, or various booby traps within that package, it would get something inside for us. And if she's there arguing with them at the door, if they open up to speak to her, if you guys position yourselves properly, you might get the drop on them and not have to, not give them a chance to resecure. That's just one possibility.
I mean, how far away is the gate that's electrified from the front door?
Off the edge of this map, about half a mile.
Okay, it's miles away then. So you got to stand at a gate and hope they're going to come up there. Use cameras, wouldn't they?
Well, if you remember, the information you got is there are motion sensitive cameras dotted throughout the wood, but because the area is quite large and the wildlife does get through,
false positive. So we could just go over the fence and come in that way, couldn't we?
Yes.
But and then she would be distracting them at the front door, maybe. But so the gate that they come in through is a mile away from the front door.
Half a mile.
Yeah. Half a mile. So,
yeah. She's also on a scooter, as she'd go under her, because when you guys aren't working on runner jobs, she runs a courier.
The only thing it might be worth pointing out is that actually, anyone who's got research of any description,
I have, yep.
can go online and do a research check.
I'll go and do a research check then.
For Gaia Tech. Okay, Donahue. Oh, looks like someone might be applying for actually, I think someone's. I did notice someone snuck in the background there. Hello. Are you applying? I think you might have an applicant for the run. Looking at the party list up the top there, and the people that just rolled some dice. But he's very quiet at the moment.
Somebody
See?
might want to warn this new guy that our
Anyway.
deckers disappear unexpectedly.
Yes, indeed.
You're not
So,
sure why.
So Aki, so basically doing a straightforward research, a bit of research into Gaia Tech, it takes a little while. What you find is you are able to get, basically this whole site is not listed on any of Gaia Tech's official locations. So it's probably off the books.
Well, that's the least bit
And
nefarious.
therefore unlikely to have external companies delivering to it. Likewise,
The courier, I think, is an idea. So we've got to just get over the fence and
likewise, if it's an off-the-books site, you're also thinking social engineering would possibly be have a more limited. Oh God, that's a scary portrait. Maybe have limited effectiveness and more likely may possibly tip off people that you're coming, because
And
these
then
off-the-book
also
sites are usually the
because-
ones where they're sort of they've either got they're either dedicated to the cause or always ensuring they've got leverage on their corporate rage slaves, i.e. there's always family members or loved ones being cared for, all expenses paid in corporate facilities.
Yeah. But also, because it's off the books, it'll probably have a higher level of security. And if we don't get in and out quick, we're going to get hit by a swarm of something bad.
Indeed.
So the fence is the best option, isn't it? We just got to go through the fence and then got to go up to the front door. Because the trackers are going to be going off all the time, and they won't take much notice of it. Because they're always getting the false positives.
Indeed.
So as long as we split up, if we come in as a group, that's gonna. But if we enter from different angles, move.
Quite better off just coming in from one angle, so they get one false positive instead of like 15 or 7 or how many. Have we got a party of how much? 6, 7? Is it 8 people? So that'd be
Potentially eight.
eight different things popping up at once. They might notice that. Whereas if it's just 1 or 2, they might not. If we go in teams of 2, maybe. Yeah, 2 teams of 4 rather. Don't know.
Well, Leif will go with quick.
I want to go quick as well.
Maybe Donna
Come
Houston
on. Anyone else got any ideas?
I would say don't overthink it. This is meant to be a fast and furious one rather than.
Yeah, it's not like we haven't gone over the fence before and succeeded. So.
We done that last time. It worked, didn't it? So let's do that again. Can I hack the fence and shut it down?
Basically, a stealth. Where is it? A stealth or repair check can be used to disable a section of the fence. Interesting stealth. Obviously, I think the idea of stealth is you're obviously using equipment that you've acquired to disable part of the fence, as it were. So if you want to come in more than one direction, obviously you want to split up into certain teams. Sorry, I've just seen Quig's idea. Yes, I think dressing up as a pantomime horse would definitely work. Definitely would not go wrong in any way, shape or form.
Well, then it's just a herd of deer walking through.
I think you've picked up a strong silent type, so we'll just assume he's been here in the background all along. That's the easiest thing. And I hope that he's either not got a working mic, and he doesn't realise we can't hear him. Or he's the strong silent
Get
type.
the show on the road.
Someone's got an open mic.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes. Hello.
Sorry, for some reason my computer won't is constantly listening to my front mic, and I haven't been able to get it to stop.
Not
So I have to
worry.
unplug it.
Not to worry. That's annoying. Pow Pow, what on earth are you spellcasting?
Hoodie cats.
Fine. But why just spellcasting? You have a lovely powers tab where it would tell me exactly what you were doing. But no.
But-
Anyway.
No, oh, that's right. That'd be good, then, wouldn't it? That'd be clever. I'll have
It
to
would
remember
help.
that one.
Yeah. Why is my mic... I'll tell you what, I don't know why today. My Discord seems extra loud, and I don't know why. I'm not complaining. You're all coming across quite clear, but it's a bit loud. Okay, so I'm going to go to the party sheet and go to there. Add Donahue to the party sheet. Then we'll go to the party order tab, and I think you guys. Now, how did we work out how you did the party sheet before? You guys had to drag yourselves on, didn't you, on the marching and formation bit?
I think you had to drag us into it, and then once we were in there, we had to move ourselves around.
Okay, let's try that. Dragging you in there now. I just want to know which groups. If you're going in multiple groups, I just want you guys to sort of pair up in groups, as it were, or quad up in groups, or however you want to do it. Just so I know which group's which, and I can decide who's. Okay, so we'll say, right, this is the Queeg group over here. Unlock tokens there, you should be able to move yourselves freely now. Okay, so the Queeg group at the moment. What about, so then we've got, what about the rest of you? The other five, is it going to be a group of 5 and 3? Is that how you're planning it?
Is there a reason to split up? I mean, Babylon will basically just ask people like, okay, you don't want me to go and talk to anyone. What do you want me to do? You're the ones who's paying me.
Don't worry, you will get plenty of
Going in through 2 different sides, didn't we? We're going to go in from different sides of the
Once
place.
we're
and then
inside,
up to the door.
you might be able, if we run into security, you might be able to persuade them that they don't want to do anything except for pretend they never saw us.
The Bobbyman can go to talk to these people.
Indeed.
Where is the door? I will go now. Where are we? In the back of a van, like at the gate.
Back of a van in the middle of nowhere, about 2.5 hours outside the city limits, in the middle of a forest.
You've got to open up the party sheet, everyone, and put yourself into whichever group you're going in.
If it's one group, I don't care. It's one group. It's just you were talking about having multiple groups, so I just.
You can go as one group if you want. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
By the fence, I was hacking it to make it passable. But I'm not on the marching page.
Now, who's going to try?
Should be. I added you on. Yeah, I added you on. I can
Oh,
see you there.
I'm not in the map.
Oh, not on the map. Yeah.
Who was it that was going to be able to try to
No,
get
it's on the
to-
map yet. So it looks like Donahue, and it looks like Donahue basically disabled. So Donahue looks like he's disabled the gate for it, the section of the fence. So you're all able to get over that. So let's put you in. Which way are you coming in? Are you coming in from the? Are you going to park at the car park and come in, or are you going to sort of come in from another direction?
I thought we'd come in from behind.
From behind. Okay, let's put everyone coming in from behind.
I need to be critters and
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, everyone's there. That's what I wanted to see. Okay.
Bobbyman might be smoking something.
Oh joy! Why do I still get console errors? Can I have? No one's got danger sense, have they?
The test thing got updated like yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I'm running live when I'm running.
There is an internal camera system, albeit it's not a fantastic one because heat get triggered, but there is a camera system you need to take down as well, or spoof.
Well, like I said, once you can do stuff once you're inside the complex, but until you get inside the complex, you're fairly limited on what you can do. They're one-way cameras.
I can hack the cameras if you want. Have I got to be any closer than I am now?
You've got to be physically connected to the network, and and that means you have to be inside the building to do it.
Are there any cameras out here looking at us?
Oh, they're probably, you know for a fact there are motion sensitive cameras out here, but you haven't spotted. Well, that's why I'm asking for notice checks. In fact, if I didn't remember to ask, because I was asking if anyone had danger sense. Because danger sense, that would give you an extra chance to actually, feel like you're being watched when you're not. Ooh, that got me another console error. Interestingly, I wonder why. Someone spent a penny, didn't they? Yes. It's funny. The Benny bug is an interesting one. I know all I have to do is close Fantasy Grounds and it will go away, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's have a look at all your notices. Aki, no. Donahue, no. Pow Pow, Merlin, Waif, Babyman. Okay, so yeah, Merlin, actually, no. So it's just Waif and Babyman and Pow Pow. You become aware that you're not the only ones in this wood right now. You suddenly realise that you're being watched, and as you glance around, you can see that you could see in the half light and the moonlight, and the distant lights from the car park and the perimeter lights from the fence. You can see sort of a couple of feet off the ground, pairs of eyes staring at you. Definitely not human eyes.
You're being hunted.
I watched that yesterday. I haven't watched that in years.
But we can't tell what kind of eyes they are. Like cat eyes would have one shape.
They look basically wall pine.
We have a quick astro check. I've got it.
Go for it.
What's it, a cult?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, same thing, I guess. If I notice something.
Really?
Whatever it is you're smoking is obviously doing you the world of good right now. You think, anyway. The whole place seems to be interesting psychedelic colours.
Bobby Man starts to walk towards them.
Okie dokie. Pow, you get the sense of nature, but perverted, corrupted, altered in some way. With a sudden howl and a roar, shapes start emerging from out of the woods towards you. And lots of... Oh, God, it's not... I've forgotten the fun of that. Waif.
Coming towards us?
Basically, furry four-legged creatures seem to be running towards you quite fast.
Coming from... I'm trying to see them on the map.
There are not many... There's
a couple so far. They're up like opposite Bula to the west.
Then, and there is one, number 3 is within my movement.
Yep, yeah, they are literally, they were sneaking in and then you guys made your notice check, so fortunately they couldn't get any closer.
And she's going to, because we're trying to be stealthy, she's going to go after this closest one with her staff.
Okay, go for it. You hit it. It will probably yelp in that with pain as you hit it. Or it might just go, yeah, you shake it. Unless you want to re-roll the damage.
No, that's not enough for right now.
Okie dokie. Okay. Fortunately, the wolf recovers quite quickly, it would appear. And, well, I would say it bites you back, but it doesn't appear... please tell me I didn't. I'm going to cry.
Don't cry.
Oh, don't cry.
I'm going to cry. How did I completely forget to put the attacks on them all? I mean, it's not that
Now,
hard.
because I have my staff in hand, doesn't that increase my parry?
Yeah, it should. It should increase your parry because you're holding it. Yeah,
To add the modifier.
should do. Right, there we go. So now I'm just going to have to manually, because I forgot. Right.
You can drag it onto the combat tracker, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I have to do. I have
quite
to
handy.
basically. Yes, it's very handy that you can do that, but it's so annoying when it's very annoying when you forget to actually. I mean, they're wolves. How the hell did I manage to create some wolves without bite attacks? There we go. Right. Where were we? One wolf attempts to bite Waif. And misses. Aki. Interesting. Hello, have we lost Mr. Aki's voice? I'll put him on hold.
Oh, sorry, I had to go and get a drink. It's my go, is it? Right.
It is indeed.
Where are you, Aki? Combat. I'm going to shoot him. Actually, do we want to shoot people when this thing is going to draw attention, isn't it? The wolves howled, they did, didn't they?
Well, the wolf, yeah, they did sort of howl as they come running in, yes.
Now then, okay. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm going to benefy that one.
Okay, I'll wait for the console
Same
area.
number. Oh, I've done it again. Same roll twice. That's happened to me twice now. Both my Benny spent, and both times I re-rolled the same thing. Okay, that didn't work. I'm going to pass my go.
Okay. Number 5. Okay, he's going to have to run. Which gets 11. 11 inches. So this wolf comes bounding up from the south. Backwards, it would appear. But other than that, that's all that happens. And that brings us to Baby Man.
Baby Man will walk forward to see better. He has actually started to walk probably like there because he started to walk towards the closest creature he saw, and then Wife went to fight it, and then there's Merlin next to him, and he's looking in the direction and like, do not worry, man. Baby Man knows these rainbow wolf spirits. They have a weakness. And looks then at Merlin and says, they do not like it when they are being kicked to the balls. And I will try to support.
Certainly.
Actually, let me see. There's something. This round. Sure, why not? I have a car, adventure car.
Okay. Go for it.
Not an adventure car. How do I use an adventure card?
You literally just drag it and drop it in the chat window.
Bloop.
Okay, the bonus. Oh, nice. Bonus from.
The adventure cards say hit a wolf in the balls.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that really didn't take any specialized knowledge to know most males of any species would that badly.
I think that's you got to bear in mind that Baby Man's slightly
Stoned.
yes at the moment.
Slightly.
I think the whole point here is that he looks totally cool in this situation, not worried at all. Things are under control.
Yeah, and his eyes are slightly glazed over as well. He's not entirely all with us. Don't do drugs,
So-
kids.
Is that appropriate support.
Yeah, so basically, no, it's absolutely fine. I haven't had any problems yet. So you played the card, so by all means, make your support roll. That's absolutely fine. And who are you supporting? And will double the value of it.
Merlin. I'm talking to
Okay.
Merlin.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Go for it. Make your support roll, which will be. It looks like it's going to be a raise. And then some. That's a shame. The best you can get out of that is a +2 normally, isn't it? So yeah, even with the slight negative effects from basically having enjoyed yourself a bit too much, that will be a +2 maximum. But of course you've doubled it, so that's a +2 4 support roll to Merlin. Nicely done. And don't forget you end your turn because I'm trying to teach myself not to preemptively stop players' turns.
No worries. I'm not used to being a player, so I'm also not used to doing it.
Exactly.
I'll learn.
I will have to learn one day. Mr. Donahue, sir.
Okay. Am I able to act because I failed the notice check on the wolves?
You're absolutely fine to act. You're not surprised or anything like that. It wasn't because as long as far as I'm concerned, one of the party saw him coming, so you had enough. You're okay on that score. It was also to see if you spotted other things, but none of you spotted that, so that I wouldn't worry about the other thing at all.
Okay. I will probably attempt to sneak up to a tree a little bit closer and take a shot.
Okay, be my guest. No worries, you can sneak up a bit closer that way.
I can get a little bit closer.
Not without running. That was your full 6-inch pace, wasn't it?
Okay. I wasn't sure. I don't see a grid or anything like that.
No. That basically, when you move it puts a number eventually on the thing. Yeah, I've deliberately hidden the grid and not locked you to tokens to make it so you got much more freeform movement. If that makes sense.
All right. I'll take a shot with my pistol.
Okay.
These poor wolves.
Indeed. You take a shot with your pistol. Unfortunately, it misses, but obviously the wolves are moving fast through the woods. But it might be enough to dissuade them, I'm sure. And you can spend a penny if you want to, but you're down to your last one. You'll get some more soon, I'm sure. But if you want to spend your last one, feel free. Otherwise, end your turn, and we shall see what happens next.
I didn't get any bennies. I think that's my luck one.
Oh dear, no, I do apologise. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
No, I don't think I'll take another shot. I'm good.
I think you're right. You weren't here when I gave out bennies, so you would have been nobbled there. So I do apologise for that. Augmented Wolf number 2.
Make sure he has an adventure card.
He probably doesn't have an adventure card either. That's a very good point. Thank you.
Didn't he just play one?
Donahue didn't. No.
That was Quig.
Yeah.
Right, so he needs one as well.
Yeah. I'm just getting rid of. There we go. I thought I'd modified the deck, but it's not working properly, so I'll just tweak it there. So I'll have to look into why my custom deck isn't working again. I know the extra cards don't necessarily show up for people, and I haven't worked out why that one is. Oh dear, the wolves. These wolves have obviously been mucked up, so they're not working properly. Beulah.
They've been standing down
Move there and whack this.
Yeah, go for it.
Whack this one with his stun club,
Okay.
hoping that by being quiet, although we're shooting off guns, but we wanted to try and.
Yeah.
I got a suppressor.
Oh, there we go. See, yeah, suppressed. Obviously, the only one who's made any noise so far, there's Zaki with his shotgun. Well, it's not a shotgun. The Fletchette pistol isn't a shotgun, but it's effectively the same as a shotgun. Okay, a fighting with the shock stick hits. So
Okay.
That's a vigor roll at -2, or
Correct.
It will be stunned. Vigor check -2. That's one stunned wolf.
That's one stunned wolf.
That is one
And
stunned
that's
wolf.
that's one ended turn. Thank you.
Okay, that's okay. So that wolf is now stunned, distracted, and prone. Merlin with a +4 support roll.
Okay, so Merlin is going to multi-action.
Yes.
He is going to use his blunted arrows.
Okay.
We're going to start by shooting at the one down south of us, Augmented Wolf, no number.
Yep. I think you might have hit him.
I will Benny that damage.
Okay. Console errors.
And roll even worse. So I will Benny that again.
Okay. There we go. You non-lethal. You knock the wolf out. The wolf goes down, knocked out.
And then I will shoot at Augmented Wolf number 5.
Okay.
I will move forward just a little bit before I do that. I don't want the long range penalty.
It's not up. There it goes, 3 inches. Yeah. It's taking a while to put the numbers up today.
Okay, I'll let that one miss.
Okay.
And that will be...
Okay, Augmented Wolf. Another one comes bursting out through the trees, way too far away for it to make much difference. The dice rolling I've been getting today. Yep, look at that. So, it's the fact these wolves run backwards is the most disconcerting thing about them at all, of all, I think. There we go.
Quake sees that. He's going to run, see if he can get to that wolf.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realise one of the wolves I was moving was still hidden. There you are. You should have 4 left, I believe. Yeah.
Even better.
Looks like
Yeah,
running in
let's
the
get
right
all the
direction.
ones
Keep
out of the
turning
way
around.
here.
Yeah, get the ones out the way. Do you want to spend a penny on your running dice in complete contravention to the rules? But I don't care anyway.
Yeah, I will.
Go for
Now I can't drop that on the running die. I gotta just.
Well, because obviously we're doing something that the rule set doesn't officially do. What you have to do is click run to turn it off, spend the penny, and then click run again to turn it back on. And that's only because we're basically bending the official rules, because running isn't a trait and you're not supposed to spend bennies on it. But I don't see why not. Anything that makes players spend bennies is in my favour, in opinion. Yeah. The trick is just obviously as long as it's left on at the end before you do anything else, it doesn't matter.
There's the Benny for it.
Thank you. Go for it. You got 10 inches of movement out of that.
Can't make it, but maybe I'll attract some attention.
Indeed. Yeah, crashing through the undergrowth. That brings us to Pow Pow.
Right, Pat Power's got no chance whatsoever of hitting with this shotgun, so
That is a club.
what he is going to do is plain bullet. He has seen no ball kicking. Why does there be no ball kicking? Balls should be kicked.
I see.
So he's at +1.
Well, I shot one of the balls.
+1 to his next action.
+2. We've got the
+2
adventure card.
because the card's still adventures card still play.
Exactly. Indeed. Nice use of adventure card there, Mr. Babbyman. Okay, if you're doing any movement or anything else, please do it and then end your turn when you're done, because I'm not going to click new round and get in trouble. Thank you very much. Okay, bad guys got the jokers. Nice. Okay, so Krieg,
booger.
this wolf comes up to you with the joker. Do you have first strike yet?
I'd like to Benny what I'd got for a card first.
Be my guest.
Okay, well, that tells me I'm going to get this as it is.
Okie dokie. Okay, so this wolf comes charging up and to attack you, and it basically sinks its teeth into your fleshy parts of your leg, I suspect. It stings, but doesn't. You know, it stings, but doesn't. You know, it's your tough hide protects you.
Like Bobby Man does.
Very much so. Beulah, you do have a +2 support bonus for your first trait action. Trait roll, I mean, not action. And then you'll be inside the complex shortly.
All right. Well, we got to take care of this other one, or are we good? We're just going to run. Both the wolves are incapacitated at this point, right? Except for this one down here.
As far as I can tell, you've got three. Yeah, you've got 3 wolves still going at the moment. The one in front of you is very much up and running, as it were. Oh, he's stunned. Sorry, he's stunned and distracted. Yeah, sorry. This wolf's stunned and distracted, but he may well recover. But yeah, so augmented wolf number 5 is still up and running towards you. Sorry. Yes, I got mistaken. Yeah.
Okay, so he'll go over there. Except now he's on top of him. So.
Well, that's okay.
Yep.
Your pace of 6 gets you to there, but you're. I'm going to be not. That's interesting. Yeah, you're base to base, so you can hit him. Oh, for crying out loud! I'm having real problems with. Why do I have so many problems with the ticks? I just can't hit that. What happened there? Oh, I moved the dot. Okay, something's weird's going on. So targeting the wolf with a 7 hits. So the wolf gets a vigor check at -2 because you're using the stun on it. Ooh, this wolf's obviously made of sterner stuff. It basically jusses and jolts as you shock it, but it basically remains standing.
All right, nothing I can do.
Okie dokie. Augmented wolf number 2.
That's net 2. Does that still keep his feet?
That was hit with a raise. Oh,
I apologise. Why did I not notice that I was being stupid? Thank you. Yeah, I take it back. You did stun that wolf. That's 2 stuns to Beulah. I do apologise.
yeah, that +2 bonus makes all the difference.
Well, that wolf didn't have the Joker bonus, so that was why I got confused. I forgot it was the one with the Joker, but it wasn't. Running 9. Augmented wolf number 2 is going to come join the troll. Woohoo! The troll party. Oh, he wanted that for a sweep, didn't he?
You know me.
Well, Krieg seems to be having a big slight smile on his face as he's playing with the wolves to the south, and the 2 wolves to the north are lying on the floor, giggering and drooling a lot.
Well, I don't want to mess up fun, so I will step up here next to Waif, and I will help her finish that one so she can step up next to Beulah. So let's start by coming up here and whacking him with my sword, blunt edge.
Okay, go for it.
Come on.
Finish him. That's why toggle grid slaps on it shouldn't be. But that's a hit with a raise. Oh yeah, that wolf's going down hard. Non-lethal, apply. And you knocked out the wolf.
And I will take a couple more steps here to the west to also kind of be working towards helping Beulah and say,
Okay.
come on, let's get this one.
Okay.
None of us realize Quig is in trouble, right?
Craig seems to be
No,
smiling
not
and happy. Quaig's laughing quietly to himself. He seems to be enjoying himself. He doesn't appear to be in trouble at all.
Nice puppies.
I'm gonna make that a run so that
You get it from there. You'll be able to get
I
it
have
there.
I have my staff. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Reach one anyway, so you're fine. But the wolf is in your area of effect, so you're okay. That's a hit with a raise. And pardon me. That explains everything. That's why everything's a bit funky today. There we go. 2 wounds. Down goes that wolf.
ran my staff right through his eye.
Yep. Yep, that wolf is bleeding out with a splat. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Donahue. Well, apart from the troll to the south who seems to be happily playing with the 2 wolves on him, it looks like all the danger's past. And the compound is ahead. Okay, he's going for it.
I'll take a shot at the one to the south.
Okay. Someone else used. Okay, so it should have been a hit with a raise because it treated fine. Did anyone get a consoler out of interest?
No, but I rolled the wrong spot. Now I realize.
No, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine because what happens there is obviously you can use shooting as a test, of course. You see, so I've got an extension that basically treats it as a test rather than an attack. That's all that happened there. But anyway, you hit with a raise.
Oh, that's good. You know what? That's good. I'll leave it like that.
Okay,
I didn't realize that. I like that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you basically shoot at the wolf, leaving it distracted and vulnerable. Nice, actually. I like it. Yep. Do you want to move at all?
Nope, I'll just stay hidden.
No problem at all. And just hit that in turn button. Because I get moaned at when I used to do it to players, so now I'm just trying to get into the habit of not doing it myself. Mr. Aki, sir.
I'm going to move down here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot him.
They're trying to take all Queeg's fun away.
Oh, fuck off. It's a pity them that doesn't add up to like multiple damage, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, more than one raise on damage.
Indeed. The old days it used to be straight flat +2 for each raise, didn't it? Or was it +1? I can't remember. We are talking the original edition. Okay, the wolf goes down. And he is... Actually, he's going to survive that. Bubby Man. I don't need that on today, but anyway.
3 wounds and he's going to survive it.
Yeah.
Tough.
There doesn't seem to be much going on. Sorry, I'm reading the summoning rules of
yes.
the Sprawlrunners and trying to understand it. I have some questions.
At the moment, at your level, all you can summon is a servant who's not very good. Once you reach seasoned, that's when you can start summoning spirits.
Okay. Is the spirit companion included automatically, or is it an edge, or is it a special way to cast? That I didn't quite understand.
When you conjure ally and you conjure ally at novice, you get the spirit companion, and that's all you can ever get.
Yeah.
Once you get to veteran,
servant, because spirit companion is actually an edge.
Right, Spirit Servant, sorry. Once you get to seasoned, you can then cast it twice and get your servant and whatever is appropriate for whether you're a mage or a shaman.
Yep.
Okay.
And Spirit,
No,
Spirit Companion is a veteran edge where you can summon a permanent servant, I think.
Yeah, so it's an edge. That's exactly because it sounded like an edge, but it didn't say anywhere that it's an edge. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
That's okay. But so at the moment, you could summon a servant, which is basically almost invisible, and it's literally
For
a very
one-
good way to. Yeah.
For 1 hour, basically, it has a duration, right?
No, till sunrise or sunset.
Because you're
Anyway,
sunset or sunset.
I think the spirits have that kind of thing, but I think this said. that's
Oh, the
exactly
servant
because
might be an hour,
everything
yes,
is
yeah.
everything is like different. Like there are so many modified things
Indeed,
to
yeah.
consider.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you said it's an invisible one. Okay, yeah. I think Babiman in general talks to invisible creatures all the time around him anyway, so you really don't know when he actually has someone there. At least most of you. He doesn't really see anyone, to be honest. So he's just gonna be going like that. This is the way we're going, right?
Yes.
But he doesn't run. He's walking just like he's been walking the whole time.
No problem at all.
And then Colin's just encouraging people. Bobby Man thinks you are being too slow. Let's go, man.
Go on, I think that could be a support role for Queeg, because Queeg's the type of person to actually take that like a criticism and therefore.
Gotta go fast.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sure.
Actually, that fatigue was...
I have. That's what I meant to ask also. I have charismatic. It says I have a free
reroll.
Reroll. Does it mean like every roll?
Yeah.
Or every set? Okay. So I will be rerolling. Is reroll meaning that you take the second or you take the best?
You take your choice. It's basically the same as if you spent a penny without having to spend a penny.
Okay. Yeah.
And the point being is, if they were both crap, you can now spend bennies to re-roll again. It's the point is you get a re-roll without having to spend a penny on persuasion rolls.
Yeah. Okay.
So
great.
that's a +1 on your trait roll, Queeg.
Now, do I need to add that in there, or?
Yeah, you just manually add it.
Okay.
You can you just manually add it in. It's for whatever trait roll you want, because obviously you could add it to it's your next trait roll. So if you're multi-action, you only get it on the first one. And don't forget to end your turn if you're finished, Babaman. Pow pow. While we wait for Babaman. Thank you, Babaman. Pow pow.
Righty ho, pow pow. I'm not going to hit with a shotgun.
Yes, you already hit Queeg.
No, it's not that. It's a terrible setting at the minute. Going to be -2 to hit. Yeah, let's fire it just to see if it works anyway.
Don't forget, you could use it as a test like Donahue did, rather than as a... It's already distracted and vulnerable, so it's fairly limited in what it can do anyway.
Yeah, let's shoot it just to see if the dice work.
Okay. Roll damage, please.
Well, that's not a crit. I wonder if I should bend that so I don't hit shoot quick.
Well, you have shot Queeg because I've deemed it dramatically appropriate, and you've missed and you rolled a natural 1, and you're using a shotgun, which is a fumble range of 1 to 2.
It's a fumble range of 1 because it's a single shot.
Well, you rolled a 1. You rolled you've not critically failed, but you rolled 2 1s. So you're shooting Queeg. With non-lethal damage, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
But it's going to explode because it's me. My damage always explodes. Takes, non-lethal.
Yeah. Queeg, basically, you get pelted with rubber rounds. They sting.
Oh,
Do you wish to?
yeah, soak
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, you need to soak it. Yeah. I say it's non-lethal damage if you put you down, but it still hurts. Yeah, no problem at all. It bounces off your tough hide as
I've just pissed them off. That's all.
as Pow Pow shoots you in the backside. Okay, Queeg.
Well, that kind of puts a fire in my, yeah.
I don't know. Baby Man tells you just hurry up, and then the cat man shoots you.
Was that the carrot and the stick? Both.
Yeah, very
Applied.
much. I think so. Yes, I think so. You hit with a raise. And 3 wounds. Well, that wolf is most certainly going down. What? And that wolf will survive the encounter as well, it would appear. But anyway, all seems quiet. I shall unlock the tokens.
Waif would start moving through the shrubs this way to get around to the front.
Okie dokie.
Sorry, a question about the servant. You said it's invisible?
I'm not sure if it is or not when I think about it.
No, I can't find anything like that. It flies, but
It flies,
it's
yeah.
small and it flies.
Yeah. I think there's probably. I mean, I think it's a slight. Yeah. So if you want it to make it look like an animal, in fact, I think you can, because obviously the S over there that's on the map is a spirit, a cat spirit. So yeah, it's small and it can fly. In your case, there. Why does Snap to Grid keep coming on when I turn it off? I'm watching you all jaggedy move. The whole point is you should be able to move freely around the map. Okay.
Yeah, to just finish off with the spirit cat. So, with what you do is on the spell sheet you have got summon ally, cast it 2 power points. But what you do is on the library there is, if you look up in the library, you look up allies, which is the servitor. Drag the servitor to allies, and then that gives you the token that you can put on the map. But you don't need to put it in the combat tracker because it has got no combat abilities. It's got notice, and that's it.
Where do you drag it? Sorry?
On the main tab, you can drag it to allies. Box at the bottom.
Ah.
And
Okay.
that will give you a box that you can open to get access to its dice, and you can also drag the S directly to the map.
Oh, nice.
And there's no point in putting it through the combat tracker because it doesn't have it cannot fight.
Because one of the things talking about them spiritly summon things, it says one of the if you scroll down a bit on the description, it's got a thing where you can give it an attack. Is that only at higher levels? Is it? So if you spend more power points when you summon it, it does damage.
Well, there's extra in the book. There's extra character sheets that you can drag across, but at the moment we're only allowed to drag across the servitor, which is pants. It's got hardly any abilities on it.
Sneaking around there. I'm sneaking around the woods and all looking for any cameras I can see this way. I can try and avoid.
Well, Quig was told to hurry up, and Quig got shot in the butt, so he just started moving.
Yeah, Martin wanders around a little bit, picking up his arrows, and then he'll come over this way as well. He'll probably stop back around here.
I'm to hack a door in it.
Okay.
What is it? What skill is it to hack it? Hacking. Kev?
I've been talking all this time and I'm muted and no one can hear me.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we figured
Oh, for
that.
crying out loud. So, okay, I need to go back over everything. So, you should be able to rename the servant now you've dragged it to the character sheet because it's a copy of it and it's your copy, so you should be able to rename it. For an extra power point, you can summon the servant with a D6 stealth and a D6 notice. I do believe they last until sunrise or sunset, or is that just the larger ones and the servant only lasts an hour? I can't.
The spirits I think last for sunrise or sunset, and this is 1 hour.
1 hour, thank you. Okay, but you can hire if you want to hire it for, as I say, an extra PowerPoint cost. You can hire it for with a D6, D4. To pick the lock, you need electronics or thievery.
I've got electronics. I will. Or not.
You are able to. You get past the. Yeah, basically, you open up the. You open up the key reader and you reprogram it so that anything that passes a current through the key reader will read as a valid ticket, a valid card. And then obviously, after doing that, you just swipe something metal across it, and there's a clicker, and the door opens.
Put the cat in first.
And the cat in first, yeah. See with that old Queeg.
Okay. Inside there appears to be 2 lifts and another door at the back, which appears to be locked. Again, it appears to be locked, and it's probably a storeroom. My God, Merlin can be fast. Appears to be a storeroom, or possibly an a machine area. It just basically appears to. He says, Is
there anything moving around in here?
No, nothing at all. Interesting. There doesn't appear to be even any cameras that you can see.
I'll check this door here.
Yeah, basically it seems to be the machine room. The signs sort of say machinery, danger of shocking, and all that. You get by all means, if you want to pick, it's a mechanical locks. It would be thievery rather than electronics. But the signs seem to imply it's basically the controls for the elevators or lifts.
Doors locked, or have I just opened them because you didn't lock them?
No, because you can press a button and off you go, because they're just elevators. You can just step inside.
They're elevators. So now, what's the door that Donahue's by?
Judging by the signs on it saying machinery and basically danger of shocking and the mechanical lock, you get the impression it's probably the it's storing the lift machinery. Or
Do we?
Single elevator.
Should be 2 elevators, hopefully.
Can these elevators take our weight? Or does Queeg got to go down separately?
Oh, that's harsh.
Queeg is just there.
He's big.
Quig, go with Aki.
Actually, it is worth pointing out there doesn't appear to be a stairwell, so that's quite an interesting design. From a health and safety perspective, if there's a fire down there, you get the distinct impression that basically the lift's shut off. No one's getting out from down there, which is quite worrying. But anyway.
Can we all fit in one lift? Because we don't want to split the party going down lifts.
You could basically the lifts aren't that big. If you all want to go down together, you will probably have to take both lifts. My judgment is you can fit 4 people. You can fit 4 people in a lift, or 3 with Queeg in it.
Queeg is glaring at me. You're a big guy. No offense, you're big.
You can fit 4 in each, including Queeg. He just has to breathe. He has to suck his guts.
Well, you can fit 4 in the elevator with Quig because Aki's small.
Exactly.
And
yes.
I might be standing on him anyway.
He's sat on me, the bastard. Yeah.
Not letting me move Waif. Waif is fairly small.
Okay. I think Beulah had to go and do something, didn't he? So I'm going to put Beulah in that lift.
No, Beulah's right here. I was just waiting for everybody to.
Oh, sorry. I know
No,
you said you said you
I
had to go sort something out, didn't you? But I wasn't sure if you'd gone yet or not.
I already did.
Great.
Did. I was sort of waiting just for the group and listening.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. For Donahue and Beulah, you walk into a lift that already seems to be half full of smoke.
I was going to say, can I get into the control room?
And I relay this to the party that there is a likelihood that someone's going to be on the other side of this elevator when we come out.
Yes, of course you can. Make a thievery check to pick the lock.
Because I was going to go on and turn on the poisonous gas and kill the whole party now that we're going to stepped into the gas chambers.
You pick the lock. It's disturbingly empty in there.
Okay, so we've got a machinery room with no machinery in it. I was just hoping that lift wasn't going to be remote control because, you know what I mean? You all step in and a wee security guard goes, "No, I have them," and just switches the power off in the lift. You're all screwed.
You got no machinery in it because you didn't expect us to go in there, or is it got no machinery in it?
Well, all the signs imply it's staff owned, secure access and all that, but it appears to be empty in there. I didn't draw any machinery in there, but actually I think it's really more disturbing that it's empty. So,
Is there an escape hatch on top of the lift?
No.
Well, okay. To our doom.
Synchronise on our headsets to press the button next time and go down. Isn't it?
Okay. You synchronise on your headsets to press the button and you head down. Okay. Right, this should be interesting. We'll be drawing a map on the fly by the look of things. Let's give it a shot. Don't know how well this will work, and it won't be that pretty.
Well, if push comes to shove, I suppose I could jump everybody in my lift through the wall of the lift, but that's going to be just a bad day for me.
Okay. Never noticed that I've got a texture issue on that one. I'll have to see if I can sort that one out. Actually, no, the whole point is I don't need a map. So both the lifts head down. Takes a while for them to head downwards, but eventually, 18 whole seconds later, apparently, you get to the bottom, and the doors open, finding yourself in a room. Well, in an area pretty much like the one above, except it doesn't have the partitioning wall. And there appears to be a corridor heading north, a corridor heading south, a corridor heading east, and a corridor heading west. And there is no map, before you ask.
Is there smoke in the air?
Only if you're in the lift with Babby Man.
Bobby Man. Remember Pigpen and Charlie Brown? Only his is picture Bobby Man with this cloud of whatever around him all the time.
You should send the spirit animals up through these tunnels and see which way is the most.
Yeah. Actually, can I have vigor checks from Donahue, Bueller, and Pow Pow, please?
Getting stoned. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican blind. I
Okay.
like it.
Pow Pow and Bueller, obviously you've been around with Babby Man for a bit longer, so you're feeling fine. But Donahue, you're feeling a little happy right now, which is okay, because for all intents and purposes, you're noticing that some of your senses, when it comes to pain receptors and stuff, feel a little numbed at the moment. Ironically, for fun, this is one you actually wanted to foul. Ironically, guys. But yeah, temporarily, for now, Donahue, while you're feeling a little more euphoric than normal, your pain level threshold's a bit low, which translates to a +1 toughness temporarily. For being stuck in a enclosed space with Babby Man for the first time. Anyway, as I say, where you're standing in a room with 4 corridors heading off. Each corridor, as you stare down it, looks identical. And as far as you can tell, as you look down the corridor, there seems to be 4 rooms, doors basically, but what you assume are rooms behind, off each of them.
Left or right, guys? I don't see any cameras, I'm assuming.
No. Not now you're downstairs, no.
If you go right, you can't go wrong, so let's go left.
Okay, so you head down the west corridor then, we'll say. I mean, basically for purposes, if we end up needing distances or anything like that, we'll do it this way. But from your perspective, you're heading You're heading that way, down the corridor. But okay.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, none of the doors appear to have any visible descriptions on them. They just appear to be numbered. The first door you come across is just labelled W1.
Okay, so that's the water closet.
But that'd be WC.
Is it locked?
No, if you want, do you wish to try opening the door?
Yeah.
Okay, you open the door. 3 of diamonds. That seems okay. And oh, you're kidding me. Really? No, I'm going to cheat there. This room appears to be some sort of laboratory. There seems to be equipment all over the place, and machinery all around. Filling the room up.
Any kind of computer or terminal?
It does appear to be there are computer screens in there. Yeah.
I'll go and hack it then.
I'll go ahead straight for that.
Okay. Don't forget, guys. Your cover is that you are eco-terrorists, and any laboratories you find you're supposed to smash up and leave the. You remember you got those.
Merlin's got the cans, isn't he? Merlin's doing the magic.
You were given the spray cans that basically all you have to do is hold down the trigger and it basically spray. You don't need no artistic capability. The little nanites in the spray can will spray the graffiti as pre-programmed.
Quake can get pretty artistic with his broom too.
So yeah.
So basically what I'm doing is waiting.
Computers as well, don't we?
Sorry, I'm going to let Merlin talk first there because he started before you, Aki.
Sorry. Basically, Merlin is going to wait for people to say, "Okay, we're done in here," and then he's going to start smashing things up and spraying things over. So he's just kind of following along, waiting for somebody else to tell him, "Okay, do it."
Okay, no problem at all. What about the rest of you? I know Donahue's heading over to one of the computer terminal screens.
Me computer terminal.
Maple stay in the corridor waiting for interruptions.
Okay.
I don't need her help smashing stuff, but she could probably use it too.
I mean, obviously, there's 4 more rooms down the corridor. If you want to sort of speed things up by hitting them all at once, you could.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, let's do that then. Yeah, let's go to W2 then.
W2. Okay, so Donahue, we'll pop Donahue over here because he's doing that. We'll pop Wave over here as if she's watching the corridor. Merlin's in the same room as Donahue, which was called W1. The rest of you, I know. I picked this. I found this one as a nice quick one shot, and it says there's no map. You just roll it. But I'm suddenly wishing I'd drawn a map. But anyway, so the 6 of you are sort of standing out in the corridor. Merlin and Donahue in the room there. So there's another room to the north where you can head down the corridor to W3 and W4.
Is W2 the same kind of room?
You'll have to open the door to find out.
I'm going to open the door.
Okay. W2 appears to be. Let's have a look. It's pretty much identical to the other one. It's another laboratory.
Let's just trash it then, I suppose, or should we can come back to that and then go to the next one. We know this one's going to be trashed in a minute.
Okay, back to Donahue.
Okay.
Yep. Basically, there's a number of terminals in here. You can take your pick. They all appear identical.
I just snag one at random and start hacking into their systems.
No problem. Then, are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just trying to?
Are we? I know our cover is we're smashing the place up. What is our actual task?
I seem to recall it was actually smashing the place up, just having a cover for it. You were.
The cover is the terrorists. Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, I guess I will engage in.
Sorry, I forgot. Your actual mission is to upload a virus into their internal mainframe computer. As a cover for these activities, you're to ransack the laboratory, display graffiti and logos implicating members of the Safe Earth protest group, and trash any computer research you find.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to try and get a either find cameras or like a access like layouts. Find where the server farm is.
Okie dokie. So it's cyberspace. Here we go. So you can analyze a node person, you can attack a persona, you hide from persona, improvise a utility, check out. So search for a system with unknown address. Well, you're already in the system. So you can access encrypted data, device isolated, copy data. I think what we'll have to say is a research check will allow you will basically treat it as if you're trying to find a hidden node inside the system. So therefore, that will be a research check inside the system to see if you can find the node. Okay, so what you do is you identify quite a number of separate security nodes inside the system. It would appear that each laboratory, as far as you can tell, is its own isolated network. So unfortunately, they don't seem to have any connection to the security systems, but you do basically find the main database node for this area. Yeah, for this specific laboratory and whatever they're researching, and obviously from there you've also got. So what you've got is like the secure database where all their research data is, and there's a couple of other nodes that seems to be sort of just for housing user data, and that you find their emails and everything like that.
Anything worth
as well, haven't we?
Anything worth stealing in this system?
Well, I mean, if you want to a successful hacking role, if you want to basically download the to access the encrypted data. No, it's not necessarily encrypted because it's an isolated system, and they're obviously scientists. So it's not necessarily possibly been built by scientists. So straightforward. If you want to, you can literally plug in a memory cube and a storage cube, and with a successful hacking role, you could basically download the entire database onto it if you want to. If you want to take the research data, it's up to you.
Yep.
Okay, no problem at all. You basically transfer the data over, and obviously, again, if you want to basically, from your perspective, if you want to trash the system or anything like that, that isn't even a hacking role. The only reason I'm saying the hacking roles is not so much for actually getting the data; it's getting the data without leaving a log that you did it, if that makes sense. So if you just want to delete the database, you don't have to roll on that one. It's just literally you can just trash the data and destroy the backups, as it were.
Okay.
Okay, that's obviously while the keyboard's tapping away. What were you asking, Aki, and what is everyone else up to?
Yeah, I was just saying we're supposed to trash all the data, aren't we? So
you could,
the lab data.
If you want to do
So
the same.
I'll do that in the room I'm in now. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be a hacking check to get into the laboratory system and pass their security firewall, which is laughably easy to do. There's no penalties on your hacking roll. As I say, it's not. This is the security is physical rather than electronic on this system. So
I appear to have a frozen fantasy grounds. Okay, yeah, I'll restart it.
Okay. I've just noticed Beulah disconnected.
I will warn everybody that the labs are all separate, so we still have to find the mainframe.
Yeah. What are the rest of you up to while Aki and Donahue are jacked in and doing their stuff? Well, they're not actually jacked in.
Bobbyman has been busy continuing forward.
Okay. Do you want to open the door to W3 or W4?
3, if it's first.
Okay. W3. Okay, you open the door to W3. Everybody. Okay. Everyone seems to be disconnecting, reconnecting. I'm getting paranoid.
My fantasy grounds locked up sometimes. You have pictures open or for too long on my system. So.
Okie doke. Babbyman, you open the door. You find yourself looking into what appears to be a kitchen of some description.
Good. I was hungry already. Is there a fridge?
Actually, I will say yes. You do notice the fridge. You also, the other thing you notice is there appears to be. Why is it not sharing? Oh, that's because I'm on the token. There appears to be someone in this room already looking in the fridge. Don't think it's letting me. There we go. He looks up as you open the door.
Oh, him again.
I will have to make some more. I will have to make some more security guards at some point, but for now, all security guards are going to look. Actually, maybe that's a quirk about the world. They always look the same. Or maybe that's how you see them. You just see an orc in a security suit.
Computer.
Okay.
Does he look like? What is he doing? Like
well,
as if he hasn't heard anything from. I heard.
He's trying to take your food.
I understood that at least one of the rooms or the labs are being trashed at the moment. So does he look like he hasn't? He's just like hanging out there.
Basically, he's basically you notice the fridge, and then you notice there's someone in the fridge, and as you open the door, he basically looks up and notices you. Oh God! He steps up and notices you, and notices you, and then as you glance around the room, you notice there's 3 more guards just sort of lounging around in some chairs, and they all seem to be equally surprised at the appearance of someone who isn't meant to be here. Let's just say. So the English.
I say to him like, "Oh man, did you find my double bologna sandwich?"
I like it. I will give you. Let's see. You didn't take performance, did you? So let's have a. Oh, you did have performance. The performance is much lower than your persuasion. I will let you perform a test upon the security guards. On the security guard by the fridge. So make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion, okay.
And 4.
Since it's a free something reroll, I should basically always roll twice.
You should. Yes, you should. Okay. Interesting. So you basically you can basically distract him or make him vulnerable with your baloney question. You should have an option. You should be able to tick it, or you can just tell me. But also you realise that this particular guard, the other ones don't appear to be doing so. This particular guard appears to be wearing the Mark 1 Secure Tech armour, which you happen to know that has a couple of weak spots, which basically means you get a plus D6 on any trait roll to directly attack this guy. Not that you do that, but anyway. So do you want to distract him or make him vulnerable?
He's definitely distracted about this comment.
I think so too. So obviously we'll do this as this will be sort of theatre of the mind combat rather than map based. You do hear shouting coming from the rooms further down. Aki, yes, you successfully get into the system and trash the data. And what happens then is the security guards are surprised this round. So the fact they've got a Joker, I'm just going to ignore. And Queeg.
Combat tracker.
I will share the combat tracker, yeah. Queeg, there appears to be. You can hear Babbyman just said something, and you can hear lots of shouting from the same room Babbyman's in. It sounds like the type of shouting those mean people that wear security guard uniforms and have truncheons sent to make.
Whoa. Cool. Quig go running that way.
Okay.
Does he need to run to get there, or?
No, I think you're outside the door anyway, so you can just wade in. As I say, it's mapless combat, so just target on the combat tracker.
Alright, but
You need to show him on the combat tracker.
safe to sweep?
Oh yeah, did I not? Oh,
should
no,
be
this is not the
vulnerable?
combat tracker. I do apologise. There we go. Sweep. Now that's an interesting one, isn't it? Can you sweep? Yeah, I will argue you can get in there and sweep 2 of them, but not the distracted one because he was separate from the others. So by means
I should
target
not
2,
be
3, or 4.
vulnerable.
You should not be vulnerable. No. Feel free to
I'm gonna
target.
be so tired in the morning.
Yeah, feel free to target 2 and 3 or something, or 3 and 4. It's your choice. I'll target them for you if you want to know. Let me know which ones you want. No problem at all. Yep, yeah. I'd say you can only, because of the way they're sitting, you can only get 2 of them with a sweep.
Yep. But this is going to be fun.
Yeah. They're basically surprised at the moment as you come charging in. Then they're really surprised as the troll comes charging in and hits them with a broom. Roll for it. You hit both of them. Okay, the first one is going down, and the second one?
Second one's going down, baby. It goes straight in the trash can, yeah.
Okay, you knock them both out. As you put them both down, that brings us to Pow Pow. So
I got one job.
Yeah, we'll put Aki over there in a separate room, as it were, but the rest of you are free for waves at the other end of the corridor. But anyway, Pow Pow.
Right, Pow Pow will just throw a stun grenade into the room.
Okay.
Work out how many people it hits. It's only a small bus template, so. Oh, maybe not, as the case may be. He'll Benny that.
A small burst template, I think it's 1 person, isn't it? Or is it 2?
It might probably.
Should be able to hit 2.
Had a computer meltdown there. Sorry.
That's okay. Does happen. Babby Man opened a door on a lounge and found 4 orc security guards taking it easy.
Lovely.
And then Queen knocked 2 of them out.
So we're in rounds. Great.
We are mapless combat, but obviously I'll share the tracker with you if you're back. There we go.
I'm acquiring files now. So
Okay, no worries. Let me know when you're in. I'll reshare the tracker. I was just looking at that the other day. I can never, I can never find the bloody chart. I used to have it bookmarked. The area of effects. I'm actually now spanning rapidly through path.
I know. I was going to flip it open and I didn't bother.
I know where it is in the Pathfinder book, except now I can't find it. There you go, templates. Small is 2 targets.
You can see it
Yeah,
if you do
so
it on a map, can't you? That?
Yeah, you
Maybe
can.
it's
So
double.
Yeah.
So 2 of them get hit with a stun effect.
Okay.
It doesn't do any damage. Merely drops the stun.
Okay. 2 are hit with the stun effect. Pardon me. Okay, well, this might be a very short fight, and I might need to share the combat tracker, but I don't have a problem with that. -2, 2 vigor saves at -2. Let's see what we get. Oh, I think 1 might survive. Yep. Bueller's back. That's what we
yeah, he was inhaling some of what Bobby Man was giving out in the wrong way.
Indeed. Okay, security guard 2 is stunned. Security guard 1 ducks behind the fridge and is okay. Waif, you're obviously down the far end of the corridor, back by the list. You can hear a stun grenade going off in the distance.
Well, I'm positioned where I could watch all 4 corridors.
Yes.
Because we've already invaded 2 of the labs and trashed them, right?
Yes.
These guys are handling it, so I'm watching the 4th door. They do not need my help. I'm confident.
Okay, no problem at all. So, okay, Merlin. Look, I think I think Donahue looks like he may well have finished on the computer system here.
I was going to say, I heard Quig go, yay, and go running down the hall. It's like, okay, I'm not.
And then you heard a stun grenade go off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all of them should be okay. So I'm going to start trashing places and spray painting.
Okay.
Here in 1.
No problem at all. And you can trash this round, yeah. And then you can move to the other one if you want next round. Do you wish to end your turn?
Right, I forgot I'm actually on the tracker, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go to W3, I suppose.
W3 is where the fighting's going on, yes.
Okay, W4 then. The next room for the.
You want to cause more.
Going for the next. I'll let them carry. They've dealt with that room, haven't they? So I'll go to the next.
He doesn't want to be in a room with Quig swinging his broom at the moment.
That's what it is. W4 appears to be another laboratory.
Okay, I'm going to go in and hack that computer.
Okay, you can walk up to it and make a hacking check. Yep, no problem at all. You get into the security system, and as I say, if you're not trying to hide what you're up to, you can just next round just erase the database. If you want
Is this map Galatek?
Yeah, but we're not really using it as a map. But yes.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I just wanted to. I didn't see one, so I didn't know. I was trying to plot out my move so I don't screw up.
No, we're into. I basically the idea. Basically, I was using a cheating idea of because you couldn't get hold. The reason you couldn't get hold of any blueprints is because basically, it's a randomly designed facility. If that makes sense.
Cool. So, is there somebody I need to neutralize?
If you want to take out, there's basically two unconscious guards. There's a guard lying on the floor drooling a lot because he's been hit by a stun grenade, and there's one guard standing behind the fridge door at the moment. He's the one I'm going after. Okay, that would just be Gaia Tech security guard with no number on the tracker. I shall target him for you. There you go.
Yeah, no,
No, it's okay. It's easy. I was there.
You beat me to it.
He ducks down behind the door as you swing at him.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Okay. I'll be glad when I don't have that bug again. No, he's good at using that. He's good at ducking behind that fridge door. Except, yep. I'm afraid he's just ducking behind. Yeah, he's using that. He ducks behind that fridge door, and even as you try and reach around it, he still manages to avoid it, slamming the door towards you, causing you to have to back off. Donahue.
Protected him from a door.
Am I done hacking that system, or are I still hacking that computer?
Well, you've trashed the you've deleted the database. You can basically get out of it. You pretty much done, really. Yeah, you can just sort of disconnect and move to somewhere else, or help Merlin smash the place up. It's up to you.
Somebody's in W2. There's a fight going on W3. What's in W4?
The dwarf
Right.
hacking away on a computer screen. It looks like this whole corridor's dealt with. If you want to head back to Waif, you could always try out one of the other corridors or wait with Waif. Keeping a lookout because you've still got north, east, and south to explore. Because the mainframe's down here somewhere.
Yeah, I guess I'll head back up to the intersection and keep an eye out while wait for others.
I shall just. As I say, it's not a map. I'm just using positions as a reminder of who's with who. So you move back up with Waif and Babaman. Basically chaos is ensuing in the lounge. It's getting slightly trashed. Queeg smashed the chairs and the guards across the room. The stun grenade's gone off, and the bright flash seems to have slightly singed the floor. And that orc's still in the fridge. Almost literally.
I look at him and say that is what happens to men who leave breadcrumbs on the table. Guess what's gonna happen to the bad man who stole the sandwich? Okay. And I will try to intimidate him.
Go for it.
So I will. Did I do something?
That's okay. I'll target him. There you go. He should be targeted.
I think you keep targeting him and I keep untargeting him.
I apologise, sorry. I'll stop doing it and let players do it themselves, sorry. I've done too many one-shots where players don't know necessarily how to use fantasy grounds too well, or Savage Worlds in particular, so I've got too used to being too helpful. Okay, he's already distracted, so I suspect this time the logical thing to do would be make him vulnerable.
Yes.
Okay. Yep, you shouted him some more, and now he's distracted and vulnerable and intimidated, and basically desperately looking for a sandwich he can't see. If you end your turn, we shall have a new set of cards dealt and see what happens next. Okay. Okay, so all the players got bennies, giving me another console error. I'm looking forward to getting rid of that console error. I don't know what it is. It just seems to be sometimes when you load up Fantasy Grounds, you get console errors every time a benny is used, spent, or awarded.
What's the error? Because you should have you reported it?
Yeah, but it's literally. I know what the fix is. I'm just not going to do it. All I have to do is close Fantasy Grounds, reopen Fantasy Grounds. It will go away. But I'm not going to worry about it for now. I can
That's
ignore
not
it.
a real fix.
Do it when we're on break.
As a rule, don't really. Unless you guys need a break, we'll have a break. But otherwise, yeah, it's up to you. I can do that if we have a break. Anyway, Merlin, with the Joker, you finished trashing this room. There appears to be 2 more laboratories in this area, but obviously you don't necessarily need to trash every single one as such. But it's up to you. Donahue and Wave seem to be back in the corridor. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like we've got 2 of these corridors, or 2 of these rooms already fairly well trashed. I think it's time to go north, young man.
Okay. So you're going to you're actually heading north, or you're going to sort of wait with Donahue and Wave back at the left?
Go north.
You're going to go north.
Let's get to N1, yeah.
Okay, N1. In fact, that's exactly what you find. N1, which is, you'll be pleased to know, it appears to be empty. And when we look inside, it appears to be another lounge area. There seems to be just some comfy chairs, quite threadbare chairs in here, and some corporate literature for Gaia Tech.
Okay, I'm gonna start trashing this place. I'm gonna put the literature into the various food boxes. I'm gonna dump cookie crumbs all over the tables, things like that.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Aki. Okay, so you've got into the system, and because you basically know where the database is, so you're able to get into their database. And as I say, it will, if you just want to trash the database and log out, that will only take you a few seconds to kick it off, and you can log out. If you want to basically do any more than that, alter the logs.
That's what I did last turn. I just trashed the whole system.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and find another room now. So, go and find another room to go and trash. Someone's standing outside the lounge. Just go and see what the next door is.
Okay, so you're going to go. You could head down. You're going to go to N2, are you?
Yeah.
N2 it is then. Let's see what you find in N2. Okay. Let's see what you find in N2. N2. Well, it's looking like the north area. N2 appears to be actually seems to be some washrooms and stuff. Unfortunately, there seem to be some orc security guards who've obviously just. We're not sure why 4 orc security guards were all in the restroom together, but I'm afraid as you open the door, there appears to be. I think they're goofing off in there. They've obviously disabled the smoke alarm. They're smoking in there. A couple of others are probably.
Shut the door then with that, so they don't see me.
I'm afraid they do notice you as you open the door. So.
Okay.
Okay. So that would.
I will quickly shut the door and then go back down the corridor and say we've got 4 security guards back here.
Oh, I see. You just shut the door and run. Shut the door and run back down to the corner, saying, "I just warned some guys we're here."
Yeah, too bad it's not Bobby Man.
Smoking some of Bobby Man's gear.
Yeah, I sure.
I was going to say Bobby Man could open the door and said, "Man, you're lighting up without me. What the heck?"
Exactly. Okay, that brings us to Pow Pow.
So, I take it N2 didn't go well then.
Well,
they're smoking something in the washroom, but I think they might have seen me.
Yeah, I'm going to go and hold. I'm just going to set up an N2 and on the doorway in case something happened.
Okay, so I'll put you back down at the corridor with the others then. Okay, and put you on hold. That brings us to Babby Man. I'm not sure there's much more you could do to this poor guy, really, but you can try if you want.
Is he still standing there by the fridge?
He's standing there by the fridge and he's distracted and vulnerable. So I suppose if you want to be metagamey about it, what you want to do is you want to go on hold and then hit him again in a second because he's going next on the combat tracker. Because it's up to, or you could just hit him. It's up to you.
Um,
And listen.
I think Babyman will try to, since I had like some huge bonuses of every possible direction. He's behind the fridge door, so Babyman will go and kick the door with the idea that the door will hit the guy behind it.
Yes, sounds good to me. I think that's a go for it. Make a fighting roll. I mean, you can actually kick. You can either hit him. You can do it if you want to make it a test. Just make a fighting skill roll. If you want to actually hit him, then we can give you unarmed on. I can give you an unarmed attack on the combat tab, and you can use that.
Right, because test would only put the same things on him, but he already had. So I have to make a combat. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to. I mean, if you can still test him in the hope you get a raise, and therefore you get to roll on the creative combat table. You see.
That's right.
Which it will do automatically, but it's up to you. Really.
And with him being vulnerable, you do have the +2 to have that opportunity.
Yeah. So you'll get a +2 to hit him, and he'll have a -2 to resist you. So, for all it says, you know.
yeah. +2. I'm gonna try to attack him normally.
Go for it.
I think that's more.
Yeah, I think so.
Logical.
Yeah, you walk up to him and hit him.
Yay!
Roll that damage.
Yeah, it's a second. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. Let's put it like that. He might not do anything, but you got 6 pennies if you want to re-roll the damage.
Okay, sure. I will drag it. Oh shit! I can't see it.
Just drop
there,
it.
I think.
Yeah. By all means, just drop it in the chat and re-roll the damage. I don't mind which way you do it, or as I say, you literally just I don't. There's multiple ways you can do it.
Oh, let's try again. Doesn't seem to happen.
It doesn't matter. It looks really good. You walk up to him and smack him one. He's very confused still. But anyway, as long as we'll see what happens. He will basically... He won't actually lose his distracted or vulnerable to afterwards, so he will basically attempt to hit you with the baton, because you did walk up to him, but I'm sure he's going to miss because he's in such a state. And let's see what happens to the other security guard. The other security guard... picks it basically recovers from the stun grenade going off, and he slowly gets up, but he's still distracted and he's still vulnerable. You hit as the door as Aki sort of wanders hurriedly down the corridor. You suddenly hear a door slam open behind you, and you see 4 security guards, batons drawn, come charging down the corridor towards the 4 of you. And for nice and easiness, I'm just going to say they each basically are going to target one of you each. So the first security guard goes for Donahue, missing. The second security guard goes for Waif. That might be the last mistake he ever makes. He critically fails. So I'm going to say he basically as he comes running down, he swings at Wave, overbalances himself, and leaves himself open and vulnerable to counter attack. The third security guard goes for Aki.
Going to hit, no doubt.
Yes.
I just knew that was going to happen.
But obviously it has no effect. And the fourth security guard is going for Pow Pow, and he misses as well. that brings us to Waif.
Do you want to put him on the tracker so I can target the one that just tried to whack me?
That's quite a radical idea. Why should I do that? But there you go.
One that just tried to whack me was number...
The one I've just targeted for you.
Okay.
It's
Because he ran straight into my staff, I have no doubt.
probably, yeah. Evidently. Oh, he's going down fast. Yep, down he goes. You knock him out.
Gotcha. End my turn.
That's okay. Beulah, you and Babby Man seem to be trying to hit this same security guard. He's very adept at using the fridge door to protect himself. But you'll get a plus. Oh, actually, yeah, you'll get a +1 gang up bonus because Babby Man's there now. I can factor it in manually. Don't worry about it. Or you can put it into the modifier. So that's a 6, which hits. With a gang up bonus, you hit him.
So it's a vigor roll -2, right?
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot you used this shock thingy. Sorry, I do apologise.
Well, we're all non-lethal. I wasn't going to shoot the guy.
What exactly? Vigor roll. I can factor it. Oh, he's stunned. Down he goes.
Okay, and as he finishes that swing, he looks over at our hacker and says, "You done yet?"
Actually, you look around. Well, the hackers appear to be down in the corridor, away from you. So you assume they are done.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
I hear that on the intercom and say, "Yeah, we've done ages ago. What have you been doing? Playing with a man by a fridge."
Yeah, well, listen, man. I told you Beulah wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer, right? So I mean,
You can go and trash them other rooms if you want.
Beulah smash.
Queeg, there's basically one orc security guard by the fridge door drooling because he's just been shocked. The other one that was hit by the stun grenades, basically picking himself off the floor but looking a bit groggy.
I got 2 of them that I could theoretically maneuver myself to a point to sweep them both up and put them down.
Why not? I'm feeling generous, and I don't want to turn this into one long, huge, drawn-out fight. So by all means, sweep away, sir.
Are the guards I have
I've just
targeted
targeted
the one
them for them. Yep.
Okay.
And you can hear a big fight down the corridor. You're missing out. Oh dear. When both dice explode, you know it's going to be painful for them. Roll that damage. Okay, so the first guard takes 4 wounds. He's not getting up in a hurry. And the second guard, it takes a single wound, but he's basically not getting up in a hurry either. And I don't care, it says bleeding out. I forgot to mark it non-lethal. You knock out both the guards. All good stuff. That brings us down to Donahue, who definitely dodged the battle.
Yep. Oh, is he gone? Yes, he's gone.
Out in holes, still, wasn't he?
The one that attacked you should still be there. Yeah. Why is that there?
I was gonna say he's off the combat tracker.
Yep. Hang on a second.
So I'll just shoot one of the other ones.
Tech security guard number 3 is the one in combat with you.
Okay.
Which is the one you've targeted, in fact. Okay.
That worked.
Won't be a hit with a raise because you're in melee with him, so his defense is actually a 6, but it's still a hit.
Okay.
That's the only downside of not using a map, if that makes sense, but I can factor that on. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the raise.
Doesn't matter. matter because
Should still wound him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still, yep. Still will just do it. Yep. So down he goes, and he again. I don't care what it says. I forgot to make it non-lethal damage because you hit him with a gel round, and down he goes, unconscious.
We're trashing the place, but not killing the guards. Okay.
Safer for a non, basic. Yeah, that's the requirement. Yeah, not to kill anyone. Pal, you're still on hold, and someone's trying to punch you. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, good question.
I'll say punch.
He was actually waiting for them to come through the door, wouldn't you? So they've come through the door.
Yeah.
Comes through the door.
Came through the door, swung at you, and missed you.
Nah, what I'll do is I'll just go totally defensive.
Mm-hmm. You are defending.
Alright, go defend in action.
Yep. Okay. Who got jokers? I was getting worried you weren't getting a lot of jokers today, but now I'm less concerned. Okay, Aki. After drawing all your friends into a fight with these guards, you get to go first.
Excellent. Well, that was my.
Yep. There's 2 security guards left. The one fighting you and the one fighting Pal.
So, am I targeting him? I am. Good.
You are indeed. Yep.
Me club.
Hit away, sir. Hit away. That's a hit with a raise.
The stun effect. So, to stun club shot club.
Indeed. That's a vigor check at -2 on a security guard. Oh, you obviously hit an insulated part of his armour, and he seems to be absolutely okay with that.
You can re-roll.
Yeah, I can't use a Benny to force me to re-roll. No.
Oh, use bennies to make people mess up.
You could use adventure cards to do that sort of thing, but not the bennies. You could, if we were playing Deadlands Reloaded and you had a yellow fate chip, you could have done it, but alas, you cannot force a GM to re-roll. Unless you have an adventure card. Queeg! There seems to be... this room's... Yeah, you've put everyone down here. It sounds like there's some fighting at the end of the corridor, which you can make if you just run. We don't have to worry about how far you run. You just turn on run, and you can reach it. And there appears to be 2 security guards. Yeah, as I say, the result doesn't matter because there's no map. It's just you have to run to reach him. So you run down the corridor.
So I'm running, and I am only going to hit one of them.
There's one attacking
I guess
the dwarf
whichever
and one
one's
attacking
close.
the cat.
Attacking the cat. He's on my
The
to-do
Catman.
list right
The
now.
Catman, I should say. Yeah, the Catman's on your do-do list.
Oh no, not yet. Aki shot me in the butt. I don't,
Oh, was it Aki that shot your butt? I thought it was Pal that shot your butt.
Do I have it backwards?
Who shot Queeg in the butt by mistake?
Yeah, I have to own up to that.
It was Catman that shot you in the butt. Pal.
Oh, I'm sorry then, Aki. Then I'll go with the one on Aki then.
Okay, that would be Gaia Security Guard 5. I shall target him for you. There we go.
That's going to hurt.
Hit with a raise. I think he's in trouble. That poor orc. 240. Down he goes. Knocked out. There's one left, but the Catman, he's only going after the Catman, and you're still a bit sore. It didn't break the skin, but it's still a bit numb. Waif.
Okay, I'm close enough to step over and take out the one that's after Pow Pow.
Yep, you most certainly can take out the last security guard that's out here at the moment. Well, the other way to look at it is there's 12 guards down here. You've utilised 8 of them now. Okay, you knock him out as well. It's quite effective. Yeah, you literally just put them all down left, right, and centre. No problems at all.
We're getting really good at that.
Indeed. Right. Well, we're technically out of combat there, so I won't worry about the rest. Move the rest of you specifically on the combat tracker because obviously we don't need to. You can freely move again.
Merlin steps out and looks down the hallway and says, "Oh, was there no? Sorry about that." And we'll turn and head north to N3.
Okay, you head north to N3. N3 is. Let's have a look. N3 is the mainframe room. There's banks upon banks of servers in here.
Somebody else needs to come take care of this one. I'm going to go on up to N4, guys. And he turns around and walks away.
Okie dokie.
Stay kind of centrally located, keeping an eye out in all directions.
Beulah's waiting for something to smash. But actively looking.
Okie dokie. Well, it seems quiet. It seems much quieter now, I'm afraid. Looks like everything's quiet, but maybe.
And in the mainframe room, he's looking around to see if there's anything that he can take or learn from too.
And didn't we get our info say there's only likely to be a dozen security guards, and we've already taken out 2/3 of them?
Indeed. That does seem to be the case. Okay.
Probably fired in the morning when they come around.
Okay. N4, Merlin. You open the door to N4. There seems to be 4 security guards in there, and it seems to be you found the security centre. There seems to be, you can see a bank of cameras behind it, and for the guards in here don't basically haven't been paying much attention. They seem to be huddled over a computer screen with some high-tech, fast-moving, pixelated graphics. As the door opens, the orc goes, "Where have you been? Your eye score's at risk," and then he stares at you, and you see him reaching for a big red button.
I found the barracks room!
1, 2, 3, and 4. Share the tracker, start it up. Let's see what we get. We get... Blimey now, how many jokers did I just deal out there? I might take this back down to 2 if we get... We'll take it. Okay, so Babby Man, Waif, and the security one of the security guards gets the Joker. So, well, say everyone else is in the corridor for ease, except for Merlin, who's way down the end with the security guards, because that makes things more interesting, doesn't it?
Sorry, I missed. I was supposed to say I'll be right back, but it was supposed to be so fast that you would notice. What did I miss?
I didn't notice anything.
Okay, great. So my turn never came. Excellent.
No,
ignore that. I was never gone. I was present the whole time.
Well, indeed. Basically, all of you've sort of got to the end of the corridor, apart from Beulah, who's in the server room, I think. I will even say that Donovan and Aki possibly, when Merlin shouted he's found the mainframe, while say you guys were heading over there, as Merlin opens the door at the other end and finds himself in a room with 4 security guards. And the rest of you, as again, I'm just sort of doing slight alterations. It's not, distances don't matter, obviously, like that, but the rest of you are sort of at the end of the corridor, like so. So, Baby Man, you have a Joker. It's up to you what you want to do.
I have one of those cans?
Yes.
Excellent. I want to go and use the can to the evil orc that took my sandwich.
Oh,
and spray it on him.
Okay, so you're back down. You're still back down that corridor. That's absolutely fine. Okay, you graffiti. You basically activate the spray can, and it graffitis all over the orc that you decided ate your sandwich. Waif.
I'm gonna run because when I hear Merlin shout and I know he's on phone, I'm gonna run to try to.
Be my guest again. The actual run result doesn't matter. It's just the fact you had to run to reach the end of the corridor. If that makes sense.
To the door behind him, but it wouldn't get me close enough to attack this round.
No, you can get in there and attack him. It's just, I say, it's theatre of the mind combat. You just needed to actively run to get there. That's all it is. What's Pow Pow up to?
I'm going to attack one of them. I can't see the one going for the button because I came up too fast, so I'm just going to take who's.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think I know what's going to happen here. You reach out, you basically come charging in, and you go smacking at one who's reaching out. He basically sees you coming, ducks back out of the way, and in slow motion, you see your fist come down on a big red button.
Staff.
And basically, all of a sudden, all up and down the corridor, lights start flashing red.
You think his friends are coming to help him?
Wait. No, I'm not aware. Never mind.
They already trashed the mainframe or the computer system. The alarm may not get outside the building.
No, you haven't trashed the mainframe yet. Obviously, this is happening at the same time as your operators have just reached the server room. So
I'm going to use a adventure card.
Yeah, sure.
And I'd like the mechanical malfunction card.
Okay, no problem at all. I was just thinking, if someone has the mechanical malfunction card, yes. Which is absolutely fine. So, mechanical malfunction, certainly. When it goes, I'm going to go for the whole hog of actually giving you the card so you can actually play it. There you go. There we go. Okay. Exactly that. Yeah, so basically you... Okay, slight record then. Yeah, your fist comes down on the button, the lights start to flash for 1 second, and then there's a loud fizzing sound, and basically most of the monitors go dark, and basically the lights don't flash.
And the button doesn't pop back up.
The button doesn't pop back up. Yeah, you hit it hard enough to actually break the security system, not activate it. Nice use of adventure cards there, Mr. Donahue, sir. Okay, the security guard comes forward and basically looks in disbelief at the fact you broke his security system, and he swings his baton at you, Waif. And he hits you. And I'm afraid he hits you quite hard at the moment, but maybe you'll be able to avoid it. Which you do, yeah. You just basically use your superior combat training to avoid the blow. The second security guard is going to gang up and attack you as well, I'm afraid, Waif, because they're on this side of the room for ease. But he misses. Merlin, the other two security guards appear to be advancing towards you with batons drawn. What do you want to do?
Yeah, you said they're just advancing. They haven't actually closed with me yet.
Well, it's basically, yeah, you're on the King of Diamonds, they're on the Queen of Hearts and Nine of Spades, so you get basically your reactions are faster than theirs. They are reacting, but you react
then
faster.
I will double shoot. I will double act. I will shoot both of them with my bow.
Go for it. You missed the first one.
I will re-roll that.
Okay. It's
I
obviously
send some of these bennies we got. Wow, man, I just cannot hit him. All right, fine. I will shoot at the other one.
It's obviously the cramps. It's obviously the cramped conditions in here, and obviously Waif jostles you at the very last second. But you hit the second one.
Oh, wait, no, don't do that. 6 damage is probably not going to be enough. So
Six shakes him.
Yeah, okay. I'll let that one stand then.
Okay, you shake him, and that brings us to Donahue. You've entered the mainframe room.
I am. Excuse me. I am hacking in and I'm going to steal as much data, much valuable data as I can.
Okay. The main effort is you've been given a virus to upload into their mainframe computer, but that's okay. So let's have a actions in cyberspace. Why am I getting that there? Okay. Actions within a node. You can access encrypted data. You need to make a successful hacking roll with the ISIS toughness as the target number. Decrypting the data takes DD4 rounds. Every raise lowers the number because it will most certainly be encrypted on here. You can gain access to a node protected by the ISIS. I'm just refreshing my memory here. Hacking skills against ISIS grade rating. 7% select. Okay, edit, copy, data, manipulate, deny support. So the target number. Okay, so this is a red 6 system. So the target number you need to successfully break into the mainframe will be a 6 on your hacking skill. So as it stands at the moment, this round you're getting an access denied unless you want to spend a penny to try and get that 6. Yep, go for it. It's not your day.
Alright, I have accessed it.
Gone on mute again.
Sorry, what happened
Alright,
there?
I was able to access it.
You were able to access it. That's fine. Sorry, I had to step out for a sec. Okay, yep. So you basically you get into the node, and you can see the system has got encrypted data. If you want to get, obviously, so next round you'll have to try and get through that. Yeah, which again, unfortunately, will require another 6 if you actually want to crash the data. If you just want to upload the copy data, it would just be again. It's just, if you just want to upload the virus, that would be basically it's going to be hacking rolls for each action you want to do there, but that's fine. Getting it, there's a large amount of data, so transferring it will take a while, but that's not a problem. You can certainly do that. Gaia Tech security guard is going to remain shaken. The one you hit with that rubber bow is basically still shaken, Merlin. Aki.
I'm going to leave Donahue to do the hacking.
Well, thinking about it, if he's got you into the system, the two of you could work in tandem, if that makes sense. But if he's found,
but I upload a virus while he's doing it. It might give him a virus, mightn't it? So
yeah. But you, if you could support.
Wait, let's steal their data first. We can sell it.
What have I got to do to do that?
If you want to support him, you can literally do the same thing. If you make a hacking check, you can support him on the rolls, if that makes sense. A standard support roll, so that'll give him a +1 next round.
Cool.
Okay, the other security guard, the security guard that basically you missed as basically you were jostled as you went to fire the arrow at him, comes towards you, Merlin. He swings the baton, and I'm afraid he hits you, causing you to be shaken.
Okie doke.
Queeg.
I can run up there and take a swing at somebody.
Yeah, I wouldn't sweep because you'll hit everyone, but yes, you can definitely run up there and you can definitely easily run up there and take a swing at someone.
Quig's dumb. He ain't that dumb.
Okay, you're up there. By all means, just target any of them. Take your pick. You can see which one's shaken, I think, but yeah. Ooh.
I got a Benny for that.
Mm-hmm. I've got a console error for that one. It's something about this room. It's obviously. Oh no! Okay. Okay. So okay. I think what I'm going to do here is say, can I have Waif and Merlin make agility checks, please? Because what happens is Queeg comes running up and literally swings wildly, trips up, and goes careering across the room. Fortunately, Merlin and Waif are able to dodge out of the way, and so therefore it's only Queeg who basically slams into the far wall and ends up prone. Fortunately, you two basically dodge out the way so he doesn't take you flying with him. As Queeg is now lying prone with some orcs grinning at him.
Oh yeah, they're grinning at me.
Pow pow!
Oh, Pow will run up there as well.
Okay,
Yeah, it needs to go AFK real quick for a minute. I'll be right back.
no problem. I'll soak any damage if you want.
Yeah, so well, they're all kind of like temporarily distracted with the fact that the troll is shot through the room.
Yes.
I will throw a stun grenade in. Got 2 of them.
Oh yeah, because it's a small burst template. Yeah.
Hit with the ray.
Indeed. I don't think
Don't
the range
check.
makes any difference on a stun grenade, though, does it?
I don't know, honest.
I really don't think it does. Let's check. It's a shame, really. Let's look at the stun parry. See if that gives me inspiration. I think on the stun parry, it's only if you get the raise, you get a plus. Might have to get the oh, I'm not gonna worry about it. Not gonna waste time looking. Okay, 2 security guards. Stunned at minus. Vigor checks at -2. 1 fails. 1 makes it. Okay, I'm going to say that the one that had the Benny made it because obviously he would have made it anyway. But the other but that security guard number 2 is stunned. And something happened there. I must have clicked something to end Beulah's go, which is a bit worrying. Beulah! Should have been your go. Have we lost Beulah again?
Okay, so Beulah's coming out of that, I guess coming out of the mainframe room or just going at the nearest guy to hit is whatever he's going to do.
Okay, let's get. I mean, this control room is obviously vast in the fact you can all fit in it, but yeah, no problem at all. Okay, as you approach the room, what you can see is there's one orc lying unconscious on the ground, security guard. There's one orc that looks a little dazed, and there's 2 orcs that are standing over Queeg's prone body, raising their batons up at the moment.
Well, let's go after one of those that's about to hit Queeg. please.
Okay, so that will be security guard 4 or security guard. Take your pick. And go for it.
Okay, so to target him in the tracker, clicking him, control click isn't working right now.
You literally you have to drag the target, or you can the map. There is the map as well, which I for once you can actually use for this little fight because you're clustered up there. If you want to just target one of them, you don't have to be adjacent to them. I'm not worrying about
Actually, if I'm attacking one guy, I just grab my attack dice and drop it on his token.
Yeah, so just literally drag your attack dice and drop them on one of the tokens on the tracker. You want to go for one of these 2. Oh,
And now the map's so big I can't get to anything.
Forget it then. Don't worry, I shall target one for you. No worries. There you go. Go for it.
I can't get anything.
Hang on, let me unshare the map. You don't need it. I don't know why it does that. I think you can right click on it and minimize it, but it doesn't matter. It's Gaia-Tex. If I do that, it should turn it off for everyone.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry, man. That was not.
That's okay. I'll reshare it for everyone else if they want it. They can always close it.
Yeah, it just covered everything up, and it wasn't letting me drag it to.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I do miss the old mapping in some ways. Okay, you hit him.
So it's a vigor roll for him.
Idiot. Yep, vigor roll for him. That would be a d6, which he fails.
Left
Down he
mouse
goes.
button move the map around. If you just grab any part of the map and drag it with the left mouse button, you can move it. And if you hold
Yeah, it wasn't working. I tried it.
Yeah, I must admit, it didn't work for me the first time I just tried it there. It sometimes glitches. Okay. Merlin. You unshake.
Okay, well, since I no longer have them coming at me, I will go ahead and just let me see. You're shaking. Let me shoot the one that's apparently got nobody fighting him because he's not shaking or anything else.
Yep. That's. I've targeted him for. Oh, we both targeted him. I'll let you target him. Bad me. That's a hit. Okay, he's going down.
Right in the nose. I probably broke his nose with that one, and he falls.
You probably did. You knock him out. Okay, Mr. Donahue, sir. You have a +1 on your hacking roll, I believe.
Yep.
And you're trying to copy the encrypted data.
Well, I'm searching for valuable data.
Yeah.
There's going to be too much here to copy everything, so I'm looking
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But you found
for... So hacking?
Yeah. So yeah, basically access encrypted data. The irony is obviously you see something that takes your eye, but obviously you're going to need to decrypt it before you can get at it. So yeah, hacking. 15. That's good. So your target number was 6. You got a 15. That's 2 raises. So that means that, ignoring the explosion.
Good.
That means 6 rounds, but you got 2 raises. It's going to take 24 seconds to download the data.
Okay.
4 combat rounds, basically. As opposed to the 23 rounds the 2d4 came up with. So, downloading data, and we'll make that a 4. Gaia Tech security guard remains stunned. Well, that means he's not doing a lot. Gaia Tech security guard that had just got bopped on the nose with an arrow. Last round, he recovers, and he's going for the prone Queeg. Hitting. Missing, actually. Look at that, even on the floor. Queeg still is good. Sorry, I thought I saw the dice... I did the dice separately to which doing it. And the other security guards remaining stunned. This is going to be a very one-sided fight, as it should be. Waif.
I've got this one down next to me. I'm going to take him out.
Nice meal or just something quick and cheap? I'll stop making that joke. Yeah, you hit him.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Whenever hot dog.
No, I'm going to Benny the damage. Because we got Benny's up the ass here. No, I'm going to do it again.
Be my guest. Be my guest. That's a wound.
Yeah, as I slam my staff right down in his groin.
Okay, poor thing. One bent double orc.
Wait, it was wolves that were vulnerable there. Sorry, my bad.
Assuming that Waif isn't doing anything else, Aki, well, you see a progress bar going across Donahue's deck as he's decrypting data down to his memory storage. There's not a lot potentially you could really be doing on the mainframe at the moment to speed this action up, but is there anything else you want to do while you're waiting?
Far away the guards. Close enough for me to run over and whack them on the head?
You can run over and whack one of them on the head, certainly. Just click that run button.
as well, do I?
You do need to physically run to reach them, yes. The result doesn't matter, it's just the act of having to run to get there. Go for it.
Can I eat it now?
Pardon?
Can I eat?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah,
that
yeah,
my
cool. No, running is an action, but doesn't count to your limit of the number of actions you can take in a round. But it does count as it's the fourth action a character can make, as it were. So you can,
right.
yeah, you can still. You can still basically you can still slide on the on. There's obviously you know what it is. There's obviously a puddle of water, Queeg, on the floor.
Big wet himself.
Ah!
No, one of the guards did whenever they saw that button get busted up.
Okay, fortunately Aki's not as big and everyone's a bit more spread out now, but whereas before you were all bunched in together, so I'm not going to make anyone else make agility rolls any here. But basically, Aki comes charging into the room, slides, obviously hits sort of the same slippery area that Queeg did, slides across the room, slams into the wall next to Queeg, and now Aki and Queeg are lying prone on the floor. Babby Man. You have graffitied all over the orc that ate your sandwich.
Great. Then Babylon starts to walk forward.
Okay. Walking will get you back to the end of the corridor where you can look down it and see there seems to be a fight going on at the other end of the corridor. But there are, or you could go, or you could head down. Conversely, there's two more corridors that no one's been down if you want to just go wandering.
Okay.
You head south or east if you want.
Basically, I see the fight going on.
Yes.
Yeah. I will shout there. I was about to say that I don't remember what was the name of the organization we were supposed to bluff to be, but in truth, neither does Babiman, so he will just shout something like, "Good boys! For the green men! Show them where the trees live! And put them down to feed them!"
Okay,
And I think I will try to provide to someone support I see. Some of our personnel.
Beulah is if you want to do it in pure metagame terms, Pow Pow or Beulah are going next. But
Okay, so probably Beulah.
Okay.
Ooh, I have 3. Reroll. So 22.
22. That's quite impressive. That's a shame, really, because most you can never give someone a +2. But Beulah, you get a +2 on your next trait action. Trait roll, I should say. Nicely done. Pow Pow! It's all very quiet.
Right, I know I'm debating. So, what objects are in the room?
It's a security. It's the security center. So basically, it's mostly computer screens and stuff like that. There's probably junk, food here and everywhere, and a couple of game consoles that they were playing before everyone came in.
Right, I'm just going to grab a light object and run over and bash security guard number 4 with it.
Okay, you grab one of the Xbox 9000 game controllers, pick it up and run over.
Well, we're waiting in the character sheet, so what we're going to do.
I'll come up with a better name for next time.
We're going to roll this, but it makes no difference, right?
Yeah, no worries.
All the same dice.
Okay, you hit him.
Hit him, we'll do 2d4 damage.
Yep. The only real difference is it's an improvised weapon, so it should have been a -1, but it doesn't make any difference to that hit.
But it still does 2d4.
Yeah.
Strength. It's unharmed available Benny because we've got.
Benny's up
It's
to the
prone,
zoo.
he is prone, so it should be fairly easy to.
He's easy to hit, but it does make him any easier to.
But end up with broken control and nothing else.
Probably. Well, there we go. You shake him.
I'll do. And that Xbox controller smashed a bit.
Indeed. Okay, Beulah. With a +2 bonus, there is a stunned, prone security guard, and the other security guard appears to be absolutely okay.
And that one is security guard 6, right?
Security guard 6. Was there a security guard 6?
Oh, 3. I'm sorry.
I was
Security
going to
guard.
say. It's like, oh god, yeah, no, it's number 3. Yeah. Which is, I think, is the one you're already not targeting, are you? So let's target security guard 3 for you. There you go. Yeah, you hit him as he's advancing. He's basically turning around to hit the dwarf who's lying next to the prone troll. You forgot to roll. Oh yes, sorry, you don't, because you've got the stun grenade. You didn't forget. Ignore me. I'm being stupid. I will remember one day, you guys who always got the stun things. Oh, he is.
It'd be good if they added that so you could do the biggest roll for yourself rather than waiting for the GM to do it. That'd be cool.
It would be cool, and if I knew how to code it, I'd do it, but I don't. So, I've lost security guard number 3. He's there. He is stunned as well. Okay, that brings us to Queeg, who basically can stand up. There are 2 prone security guards near you.
I see one that's not. Oh, one's not shaken. I take it.
One's not shaken, one is. Do you want to go for the shaken one or the non-shaken? Oh, you're doing it anyway, don't mind me. Okay, well, I think you hit him. And, well, I mean, I think hits are slightly undertowed. You basically embed him 2 inches into the flooring by the look of things. Yeah, he is knocked out.
Oh, when Superman headbutts Wonder Woman.
Indeed. Well, it would appear that no one in the world is not. I definitely think I might be. I felt I was being too stingy with the bennies, so I upped the number of jokers. But I think I'm definitely taking him back down to 2 bloody jokers. I mean, look at that lot. You're supposed to get lots of joke bennies at the start and start running out towards the end, but I'm not really complaining. Anyway, I'm just whinging a lot. Merlin.
Sure sounds like you're complaining.
Anyway,
I don't think you're complaining at all. I think you're quite happy with the amount of bennies we've got.
I am actually.
Okay,
I'd
the
rather
room
you
is
have
starting to
bennies
get a
than not
little
have bennies.
crowded.
Yeah.
Room's starting to get a little crowded, and he doesn't want to accidentally shoot one of his buddies. So he's going to dart down and head down the east hallway and check out Echo 1.
Oh, he's checking out Echo 1. Okay, Echo 1 is not a server room, so what did it get? It said it's not a security center, so I should have been rolling a D4 rather than a D6. Let's see what we get. It's 2. It appears to be another laboratory.
Okay, since I think we've got the information we're supposed to be looking for, I'll just start trashing it.
No problem at all. That brings us to Aki, who is also prone, so I'm assuming the first thing you'll do is stand up.
Yes, I will do that because that makes me walk around quicker.
Indeed. There's a prone security guard lying on the floor near you, gibbering slightly.
I'm going to leave him. He looks like he's not got any. He's shaken as well, isn't he?
He's stunned. He's unconscious, technically speaking.
Yeah, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to go and find another. I can go and hack that room that
Merlin found.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll get down there next turn. No problem at all. Queeg.
Don't trash the computer. Merlin.
What type of room is this?
It's the security center.
There's a bunch of monitors around here and stuff. If you don't do it, Wave is going to use her staff and smash every monitor in the room.
Is there like a
There is a
coat
stun
hook
guy.
on the
A coat hook, yeah.
a coat hook
Yeah, why
on the
not?
wall? Or something?
Yeah.
I'll hang the guard up there.
Okay, I like it. Yeah. You hung the guard up there. Well, for all intents and purposes, you hang him up, and he for all intents and purposes, he's out the fight. Donahue, basically the progress bar gets to 25%.
Yeah, I'm downloading.
Yep. Beulah, Pow Pow and Baby Bam, what do you want to get up to? There seems to be all nice and quiet now.
Just walk to the group.
Buell's just watching his back, getting ready to roll.
Okay. Yeah, walking down to the crew room. Okie doke. So, it basically, Waif, I gather you're smashing up all the screens in here, you said?
Yeah, I have my staff in hand, so that makes it easier.
Okay. So obviously it won't take long for the data to finish downloading. And so what do the rest of you want to do while you wait? As in, if you want to head down the other corridors, or if you can just wait in the security centre. Actually, can I have notice checks, please? Anyone in the security centre?
I like to roll notice
Yeah, be my
checks
guest.
because I have a hindrance about it.
Okie doke. No, that's absolutely nothing. Pow, you think you see something,
It's
and
the room.
as you lean forwards, you don't notice the other button on the console. You click it, and all the screens switch off in there. So if there was anything to say, I wouldn't worry about it. But none of you notice anything anyway, so I wouldn't worry. And Wave's quite happily smashing up the rest of the screens. So there's nothing to worry about there.
That's the 5th critical in this room. Somebody's rolled.
That room is definitely dodgy. Okay, basically, Donahue calls forward that he's basically finished downloading what he thinks is the useful data, and he is uploading. He's uploading the virus, and as he mentions that, you suddenly hear the sound of a large explosion from somewhere above you.
We're still talking.
We are still. Well, I'm waiting to see what anyone says.
Right, I thought you were still talking. And yeah.
I'm
Okay,
not talking,
so
yeah.
well, maybe we should investigate the explosion. Then is the explosion sounding like above the elevators? Maybe.
I
In
think
fact,
we
yes,
want to go upstairs.
Yes, indeed. It sounds exactly like both. In fact, actually, if you really, it sounds like, yes, something happened above the elevator, but possibly both elevators, in fact.
Oh, okay. So we've got a So maybe the elevators are not the way out. The combat tracker looks suddenly interesting.
I believe that's called a target-rich environment.
That's exactly the yeah. Have I got into this room to hack this computer, or should we not even bother hacking anymore? If he's uploading the virus,
Putting the virus, we need to find a way out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it worth hacking any more computers? No.
Okay. So
Let's check the
basically,
next door.
yeah. Okay. From your perspective, okay. So you hear some explosions, and then
I'm going to drop a penny. As I can. So, Spirit Cat's still on the top floor
Spirit Cat's up on the top floor. Okay.
with Mind Rider. So, what do I see?
With Mind Rider, do you get Mind Rider with a Spirit Cat? Do you?
Yes, but no, but I've just dropped a penny to change to influence the story.
I see. Well, you
see.
it would appear that basically both elevators were at the bottom of the shaft because you took them down. It would appear that somebody basically has just placed explosive charges on both the doors and blown them open, and there now seems to be a large number of heavily armoured individuals basically rappelling down the elevator shafts.
Uh-oh.
They seem to be quite heavily armed.
But they're not the same. They're not dressed the same as the security guards.
No.
Are they?
The other thing you notice is your spirit cat notices as it looks around, just as the last of them heads down the shaft, is it would appear that they've actually sprayed graffiti tags on the two of the walls of this concrete compound. That basically the north and south walls. The cat obviously can't read it, but obviously he's able to relay the image to you, and you get the impression that basically you recognise. Well, actually, make a common knowledge check.
Are they on our side?
You don't know. This is basic until Pow Pow relays it. He won't necessarily know, but Pow Pow, make a common knowledge check. No, you've got no idea what's going on, Pow Pow.
Tell you what, let's Benny that because I know what's going to happen. Make it. Right,
you recognise it. So basically, what they've graffitied is a picture of the planet Earth being held in the hands of the goddess Shiva. They call themselves the Mother Earth. They're eco-terrorists. They are known for basically destroying any... they're basically the exact opposite of Safe Earth people, where Safe Earth are very much a protest group, non-violence, just trashing computer equipment. Mother Earth are basically... destroy using as much violence as possible, and they do basically pride themselves on killing anyone they find.
So I'm going to tell Babby Man in particular, because I think Babby Man's going to do some clever talking here, because technically they're eco-terrorists, we're eco-terrorists. Can't we all be friends, Babby Man? Could you convince them that?
Okay, so Waif gets a Joker, as does Donahue. My word, how many Jokers are you getting today? Yes. From your perspective, you finish as you kick off the virus upload, and you hear the sound. You hear the muffled sounds way above you of explosions. From your perspective, Donahue. Anyway, Waif.
We know it's coming from above the elevators, right?
Yeah, and Pow Pow saying something about coming down the elevator shafts.
Then she's gonna move to up by the elevators to greet whatever coming down.
Well, as you start moving down the corridor, you notice there seems to be a large number of people dressed in body armour, toting fully automatic weapons.
Let Babby Man talk her way out of there.
And I think I might need back for this one, but I think how quickly I can draw one.
Find another way out. We could just scoot, and they're going to take the blame anyway.
I know, but I'm worried that they're going to shoot first and ask questions later when you pass them in the corridor.
So let's see what we can do here. Let's see how amazingly advanced I can do my drawing.
So I'm already aware that these are not members of they're not the security guards here. They're not outside force.
They appear to be dressed differently. Yes.
And they're out to kill.
Well, they seem they're coming in. They seem to be basically. Yeah, you get the distinct impression these are not nice people.
Do I have any of them in my line of sight?
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm just doing a incredibly highly detailed and super accurate map that will basically amaze all of you at its marvelousness and importance and its accuracy in every way.
What's we've got the opposite party of the Mother Earth, and there's another one. What if I was to play the angry mob card? Would the other guys turn up?
No. Don't forget, you're not actually the other guy, so that might not help even if they did. But if you really want, you can play angry mob if you want. Really depress me even more. But anyway.
I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Let's give a massive fight to Kev so he can. It seems like we're playing D&D.
Right, so there we go. Donahue is in the server room. Waif is coming down the corridor. I'll put Waif there. Babyman is in the security centre. Merlin is off trashing the area down here. Aki is, I think you were heading down to where Merlin was, weren't you?
Yep.
The cat's over there. Queeg's over there. Beulah's over there. And then it's still with the bad guys. And it's not letting me move them. Oh, that's because I'm not in map mode. Okay. Eco-terrorists are advancing. The lift shafts are basically somewhere behind, so they're literally... you see some of them are heading southwards. And some are heading over here. And why they're not all... are they... Can you see them all on the map out of interest?
I'm seeing 13 of them.
Yeah, but I see them in a line, diagonal, like you just dropped them off from the tracker.
Which is fine. I'm just literally moving them about as we speak. As you're heading down the corridor. Actually, I forgot to. If we assume, okay, I need to draw the elevators in, don't I? So there's one elevator. There appears to basically. There's the other elevator. There we go. That'll do. You can see that's a brilliantly accurately detailed combat map there, isn't it? I mean, you're just all...
You spent about 3 weeks on that, didn't you?
Looks like it's set up for me.
Waif, because she's the first one to visually spot them.
Yeah.
Will alert the others that it's a massive crowd, and she will draw out her pistol. She never took the gel bullets. She intended to always use her staff, but this is different.
Okay, so they are wearing leather jackets. Yes, they're wearing leather jackets and wielding Morrigu Arms Outlaw machine guns. But you shoot at a Mother Earth eco-terrorist at short range and hit.
Fuck.
You shake him. I assume.
Oh, I'll bet. I'm gonna Benny. I've got so many Bennies.
Go for it. Roll that damage again. You put him down.
And then I'm gonna duck back around the corner.
Yep, certainly. You duck into the edge of the server mainframe room. Okay, that brings us to Donahue. You finished uploading the virus, and there appears you hear gunfire, and then Waif runs into the server room with you. Oh.
Okay.
Something's gone south.
Well, I'm dropping the spike now. And we find a secret exit anywhere?
You haven't found one yet. If there is one, it might be south.
Hopefully, with the gunfire, they're all going to move towards where the gun came from, and then me and Merlin can go looking for the... Try and get them to come to you, and me and Merlin will go and scout an exit and ambush them. Since we're all on the intercom.
I'm not convinced they're all showing.
Frequency 75, 2.1.
Okay.
I'll sneak up to the corner and see if are they just generally attacking the place, or are they actually
They've literally just all basically what you could see from where you are is basically they appear to have come down the lift shaft using rappelled down the lift shaft on ropes, and then basically cut their way into the tops of the elevators, because the elevator roofs are on the floor, and you can actually see the ropes hanging down into the elevators, and you can still see there seems to be there's two in each lift shaft. They're still sliding down the ropes coming in, whereas the others seem to be spreading out, and looks like they're going to head off in every direction down the corridors.
I didn't draw their attention.
Well, the gunfire did, so obviously they're going to react to that. But it's almost instantaneous when you're all acting, isn't it? So as basically what I'm going to say is Donahue was walking out of the server room as Wave ran by, opened fire and guns the other way. So Donahue's at the corner when Wave goes by, as it were, and that's what he sees as he peeks his head out.
And they're wearing full body armor, or
they're not wearing full body armor. I was mistaken in that. They are just they're dressed pretty much the same as you guys, in basically street clothes, and they're just wearing leather jackets. But they're all packing machine guns, submachine guns.
Okay. I'll try to sneakily lean out and I guess headshot one of them.
Go for it. Although I imagine you just mean normally just shoot, because headshot would be a bit harder, but I know what you mean. Go for it.
No, I actually meant a headshot.
That'd be a -4 to hit, don't forget. A headshot.
Yep.
Go for it. Cool shot to the head. Go for it. I forgot you had the Joker.
You do a cold shot from the.
You can. I never remember how to do it, so I just easier just to manually do it. So you still hit with a raise, so you'll get. So that would be a cold shot. I think that should do the extra damage for you. +4. I'm not sure. Just roll the damage. I'll manually add it in. So you hit with a raise. I'll see what happens if it does it. I can never remember how to do the cool chop functionality. Yeah, that worked.
Well,
Yeah, you did.
Oh, does that kill him?
Yeah, you literally hit him in the head and he goes down hard. Yeah, he's bleeding out. Yep.
Like I said, I did want to do that stealthily. They don't know where the shot came from.
Well, they might suspect it came from where the direction where Waif fired, but I know what you mean.
See where the bullet went in his head and where the blood splat was.
Well, no, they won't be in that regard. But Waif did fire an non-silenced ones, but that's okay. You pop them down. Do you want to stay in the corner there? Or do you want to back into the server room, as it were?
I'm probably gonna stay at the corner, I guess. Yeah.
No problem at all. That brings us to the Babby Man.
Was someone talking about something to go talk to them or something, or was that just meta talk?
That was before every fucker started shooting. Yeah, if you'd have made a social goal, what I was going to do is play the extra mile, and then you could have just hammered them on the social table and just been friends.
Yeah, so Pow Pow basically. Yeah, so it was Pow Pow who talked to him, and so Babby Man will turn to Pow Pow and say that Babby Man is a friend of all winds, but these winds have already been scattered. I believe it is best for you all to get ready and disperse the winds. With all of your might, Babby Man has seen your strength. It grows inside you. It is as the sun is inevitable. I would like to try to motivate all three.
Oh, go on then. It was a nice speech. I'll be generous and pretend for all intents and purposes you've got to work the room edge for now, which you seriously need to consider getting.
No. I think isn't this just 3 actions?
And Bobby Man.
Yes, it would be. Yes. Sorry, I misunderstood you. Yeah. Brilliant.
Like multi-action.
Yeah, multi-action. Certainly. Action. Yeah, absolutely. Don't go.
And do I put action and 2 actions?
Yes, you do. Yeah, and give yourself.
3 actions. Okay, yep.
Give yourself a +2 modifier bonus because I did like the speech. I'm going to give you a role-playing +2 bonus as well.
And can I give him a Benny for this too, because he is holding the chalice, right? Because he's always holding. So the fact is that he's got something to be a little persuasive and mellow these guys out.
Well, I think he's just trying to beef up you guys in the room rather than mellow those guys out. He's bolstering. He's basically giving you bonuses on your next actions.
Yep.
But you can I will certainly let you, if you want to give him a Betty by all means for that reason. I don't have a problem with that. But see what happens. So yeah, make your roll.
No, I don't understand.
just make a persuasion roll. Don't worry about it.
Wait, I want to understand how. Because I had it at my. First, I had. The modifier was 0. I went to +2.
Yep.
But then it turned into -2. And then there's a small number on top which is +2 and -2 on the big one.
Just middle mouse button on it, and it should clear it all. Just make the roll. I can do it manually.
Okay. Yeah, now it's +2. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So persuasion twice. Take the bigger one.
Well, wait and see. You don't need to re-roll if you make it. So on your first persuasion roll, you get a single success. If you want to try again, by all means do so. But you don't need to, it's up to you.
Yeah. Of course, I re-roll. There's no harm. Okay, so the 7 is the end result.
Yep. Okay, so then you get to roll, because you get to roll 3 times. So who do you want to give the +1 to? Do you want to give that to Queeg or Pow Pow or Beulah?
Oh right, 3 times. So the first one, let's start with Pow Pow. Yeah,
Okay.
You're right. This was the first action.
Yeah.
I'm being silly here.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with you
Then-
having a.
then Beulah.
Go for it. I don't have a problem with this mechanic. I mean, this is basically someone working their way up to getting the room edge, so I don't have a problem with this one. Okay, Beulah, that's a +1 for Beulah, and make
and
your
then-
last roll. Yeah,
Quick. Yeah.
and one last roll for Queeg, and that's a +1 for Queeg. Yeah,
Okay. Great.
and I must admit, you seriously want to consider getting. I think it's called Work the Room, isn't it? The one that lets you affect everyone in the room. With
Yeah,
persuasion.
medium bit sample, I think it is.
Yeah. You'll,
Work
yeah,
the
something
room,
like
and then
that.
you get work the crowd.
Yeah. So, from your perspective, I really like the idea of what you've done there. I don't have a problem with you taking 3 actions to persuade everyone in the room to do the same thing, because to my mind, that's you working out how to basically increase your social standing. So I like that. Well, nicely done. And yeah, I'm just checking now. Work the room. Novice, yeah, Spirit D8. Yeah. So that may be well worth considering.
How does that work? The room thing? Is he just giving everyone a boost?
I'll just close the page. From memory, instead of having to do what Babby Man did there, which was there were 3 people in the room, he has to basically multi-action and persuade them individually. You make once per turn, you can use the Work the Room to roll an additional skill die when supporting with persuasion. Oh, it's Work the Crowd, isn't it? There is, I'm sure. Oh, maybe they changed it. I'm sure there was one where you could actually affect multiple. Was it Rabble Rouser?
Rebel Browser is for, I think, intimidation.
Maybe they changed it. I thought there was one where you could affect multiple people with 1 action, but don't worry about it for now. Anyway.
It's Rabble Rouser.
Yeah.
Rebel Browser is about a blast template. You can
Exactly.
with
It's
1
a taunt.
action affect
Yeah.
those men.
But it's a taunt though, or intimidate. So anyway, Babby Man gives a +1 to everyone else in that room on their actions. Merlin, you and Aki are in a laboratory and you hear gunfire. Well, you hear a single shot so far after the explosions. You hear explosions and then a single gunshot.
I hear explosions and then I hear gunshots, and I'm going to come down here and kind of look around the corner and go, well, crap, time for some alchemist fire.
Go for it.
One of them is walking through a wall. He must be a ghost.
Oh, for some reason, it's an optical illusion. The walls seem to bend in and out. It's obviously you're still feeling the after effects of Babby Man's.
The smoke started to hit us now as it were all getting stoned.
Afraid so. That looks good to me. Oh dear.
Did the grenade land on his
dear.
foot?
That isn't the security room, damn it.
That's bad news. That's very bad news. So a security grenade goes off there.
I pull the pin and throw the handle. Wait, no. Wait.
I'm going to come to give you a penny for that. I love it. Pull the pin. Okay, please roll. First things first. Let's supply the target and then roll the damage. Okay. Oh, you jabby so and so.
It was a dud.
It was a dud. Yeah, it was obviously a dud. Oh dear. I'll just.
Can you pass me a grenade, Merlin? I might throw one. If I don't roll a 1.
Okay, Mother Earth, Ego Terrorist. There was an explosion down the corridor, so this guy's going to come down there to investigate, but cautiously. So he's not going any further than that. And this one is going to go this way to see what was happening over here, because he heard gunfire. And
Die next to him.
And probably. And I'm thinking I might halve the number of bad guys. I don't really feel the need to make it a long, protracted fight. I just want it to be interesting. So there we go. And there we go. That's a better number.
If you keep crit feeling, it'll be plenty of interesting. Trust me.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm just going. This guy's going off that way. This guy's going off that way. I'm not going to worry too much about what's going on. They basically enter into. What you hear is these guys head off down there into the lounge area. And this is what Merlin sees as he peeks out, and they appear to be executing the unconscious guards. Aki.
You go down here and see if I can grab a grenade off Merlin. If he can pass me one, can he pass me a grenade?
Yeah. Here, take this.
Yeah, why not? I don't have a
Drag
problem
it
with
from your
that.
inventory onto. I think if you drag it from your inventory onto me, it gives it to me, doesn't it?
It does.
Trying to get my. Stop that. Who am I giving it to?
Aki.
Aki.
10 minutes. I didn't want to leave mid-fight, but I think we... Wow. All you got to do is clear a path, clamber up the ropes, and you can get out scot-free. Yep.
So what size thing is that? Medium?
Yep. Yep, medium burst template. So your probably best is your best is probably that, which is 5 inches short range. Any further than that,
You draw a burst for some reason. It's not letting me do any burst. Draw it on the screen. It's just you're picking it and it's not. Oh,
now it comes in. Yep.
it's too late. I don't need it. That was weird. Maybe it was on top of the token. So I get 3 of them.
Well, if you throw accurately and don't drop it at your feet.
I'm going to try not to roll a 1.
Athletics. Well, obviously just roll the combat roll.
Yay.
Hit with a raise. Roll that damage. Okay, so the first one is shredded by the fragmentation grenade. And roll the other 2. I'm of the opinion if it wants you to roll individually, roll individually. Why not? If it applies it to all of them, it will apply it to all of them. Why not? And the last one. There's no consistency anymore. The rules used to stay.
Double raise, the next raise. Yeah, baby. They're all shredded.
They're all shredded. Wow.
Merlin go, that's how you throw a grenade.
Yeah, and they all got hit with nasty gritty damage on top of that as well. So down they all go, leaving splats everywhere.
Move down here and have a look, see what's down this corridor. But yeah.
You open the door to that room. It's another laboratory. This place seems to be full of laboratories, doesn't it?
Room down there, is there?
And there'd be 2 more down there, but yeah. I didn't bother drawing them on.
Just wanted to check. Right, I passed my turn to Pow Pow.
Pow Pow, who has a +1 trait roll bonus from the Baby Man.
Yeah, that calculator's around. So.
God, how many bennies there was. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is, I get to there, you have to run into.
Well, it's quite straightforward. You're going to go that way, and then you're going to go that way. So that's 10 inches, yeah.
I'm not. Going to run 6.
We're going to get to there then.
Okay. Dancing around.
Yeah, all I can do is try and shoot. Right there, but no chance whatsoever. Good spectacularly, look at that.
Did you take out the leader? You took out the eco-terrorist leader. You took out the wild card with a single hand grenade and I didn't even notice.
Good hand grenade.
It was. Queeg, with a +1 bonus to his trait roll.
Right. I'm thinking that if I use 2 of those movement points to pick up that orc I just put on the coat rack and hold it in
Yes.
front of me,
Okay.
I can see how far I can get.
Okay, you have an orc shield. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Red orc is a orc shield. There you are. Give you some
I need to
extra-
think I'm offering him as someone to execute.
Okay. No problem at all. And Mother Earth eco-terrorist, he's going to step out into the corridor, and even though his friend's in between you and him, he's going to open fire on Queeg. And it would appear that we get a hit and a hit with a raise. Okie dokie. A submachine gun bullets spray down the corridor. The bullets pass clean through the. Actually, that orc toughness is wrong. Sorry, having reread the rules, it should be 5, which means the your toughness would actually be 13 and 13. So basically, what actually happens there is the orc. They kill the orc you're carrying, but the bullets don't go through the orc and into you.
As intended.
But the orc's very, very dead. The Eco Terrorist number 6 comes basically down the corridor there and to stand there. And yes, I think it would be interesting based on what's happening so far that he would possibly do the same thing. So he will. What's the difference? Ah, that's the difference. He will. Let's see how we do. He's going to target the both of you. I'm only doing that for distancing, not for any other reason. And yep, I'm afraid basically. Yeah, I've got the same thing. I can't cancel move. There we go. Well, I can't draw a burst template either now.
I think
Anyway.
it's too close to tokens or something. It's a bit funny, isn't it?
No, I'm just getting. Oh, there we go. Either I could do is accept the move or cancel the move. I can't actually draw any templates. That's really strange. Anyway, basically he throws out.
Well,
grenade.
I'm showing somebody still has a movement on the board on the map.
Yeah, something's definitely
One
gone
of the
funny.
Mother Earthers.
Yeah, no, that did it. That seemed to fix it. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, that lands there, I'm afraid. And so we're looking at fragmentation grenade goes off. Shaking Aki. And Merlin, basically, do you dive aside before the grenade hits you? I.e., do you want to soak the damage?
You're on gritty damage for heavy weapons.
Yep, gritty damage for heavy weapons. I wanted to make it nasty, but not really nasty. You dive out of the way, back round the corridor, just as the grenade goes off, just avoiding that nasty damage. Okay, this guy here is going to advance down the corridor. He is going to also open fire on Queeg and his Orc Shield. Hitting twice. I'm afraid, unfortunately, this time some of the
actually
bullets,
hits.
the bullets, basically the bullets do go through the orc and basically will hurt you. I'm afraid. So that's orc shield, yeah. I'm not sure what's going on there. 21. I don't. Something's going funky with the damage. So you're taking 2 wounds and at the moment.
Alright. Soak roll didn't work, so I need to Benny that, right?
Yeah, you can spend as many bennies as you like trying to soak it.
Yeah. Do I drop it on the wound, or
You can
control,
you could drop it, or you could just use control and the soak button should pop up, or I can just click soak for you. I don't mind. I'm going to console here, so I'm going to leave it open until you finish.
Oh, look at that! I keep getting the same thing.
This is not good. Queeg is in a bad way here. Oh, this looks like a 3.
3, 3, yes, 9, isn't it? You got 3 threes in a row. It's got to be 9. That's better.
Okay, so yeah, basically you soak 1, but 1 bullet does get through, I'm afraid. 1 bullet.
Alright, I'll live with that.
I think we're going to have to say if the orc, basically the integrity of the orc, he's been hit by about 35 plus bullets now. He's probably not in a good way, and he's no longer very functional as a shield. The last eco-terrorist steps out and guards the corridor, bringing us to Beulah, who I do believe has a +1 on a trait roll.
Well, I guess we're fighting these guys. So,
Give us a choice.
They didn't, unfortunately.
I don't think they would have. They're just nutters with machine guns.
Yeah.
And they've been killing guards that are unconscious without thinking, why are these guards unconscious?
and Fancy Grounds is giving me fits today for some reason.
Yeah,
but
Fancy
okay.
Grounds is definitely playing up for everyone all of a sudden, I think.
Because, yeah.
Oddly, where I usually have problems, I haven't had any.
Yeah, it's
So it's your fault then.
And you just tried to, you just tried to get to the edge of the corridor and look down it,
Yeah.
like sort of that sort of thing. We'll pop you there for
Whatever you can see.
yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. And then, finally. Okay.
If you just want to target the nearest eco target, there you go.
Yeah.
And we shall. This will be the last gunshot of the day, as we'll leave it mid-combat on an interesting cliffhanger. Will you escape, or will you all die horribly? But you hit Beulah in the meantime.
Cool cat, find a mate.
And you shake him. Unless you want to re-roll the damage, given that you've got 8 bennies and 2 minutes to spend them in.
Yeah. Might as
Go for it. I'm going to leave the console errors open until you finish. Yep, down he goes. I'm fine with that. So, it seems we're always going to be destined to leave things mid-combat at this time-wise, but unfortunately, oh my god, that's a shame, isn't it? I might be nice and let you keep those next week. We shall see. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week, guys. We'll leave it there because time has caught us up, I'm afraid. But I think you are going to escape soon.
Yeah, I'm just doing that because obviously we're going to lose it anyway. But yeah, I was going to try and get Babby Man to go and talk to them, and then depending on how much weed he smokes, would it be determined his success? You could have just had a big bag of weed and knocked him out of it.
Don't do drugs, kids. Anyway.
Don't buy drugs. You're a rock star and they give them to you for free.
Anyway, we should leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it and everything. I will say that at the end of this, I was hoping to do it today and give you the time to finish. But at the end of this, when you finally escape from this area, you will be all getting an advance. So if you want to sort of plan ahead of what advance you want to get, so you know when it comes next week, that does include Donahue, even though he's just turned up. Thank you for turning up, and hopefully you enjoyed the first one. It was a bit of a interesting one, coming in mid-mission, as it were. But next week, hopefully things will be a bit back to normal, and hope we all have fun.
Now,
So,
the time
I
you
love
started
how you
today, is that
normal.
normal time, or was today different?
sorry, the time.
Was today the normal time you stopped at the start, or was
Yes.
today the...
No. It basically what's happened is I put in all the dates on the Fancy Grounds website when it was on Greenwich Mean
Thanks for the
Time.
game.
You're welcome. I put all the times in on the Fancy Grounds calendar when it was Greenwich Mean Time, and it would appear that it doesn't actually take into account what time you set. It just decides the time on your time zone, if that makes sense. So it changed all of them to me. Although I put them in for 2 o'clock, it changed them to 3 o'clock because it's added in the 1 hour summertime. So they now should all be right until the clocks change again. So that's what it was.
Thanks for the game, my friend. We'll see you
You're
next
welcome.
week.
I'll see you later. Take care.
Cheers. See
and,
ya.
So, yeah, sorry about that. And if that's an awkward time for you, then I'll understand. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, you got sort of stuck in the middle there, but thank you for joining us. But,
Yeah, I had a good time, but got family stuff to do now. So
yeah, I shall leave
see
you
you
to
guys
take care,
next week.
See you guys
Cheers.
later.
See you later.
Thanks for the session. See you next week, or
That's
let's
okay,
continue
so
next week.
we'll complete the mission next week, and you get an advance, guys. So see you then. Bye now.
Yep. Bye.
Right. So we've had lots of interesting issues with Fancy Grounds today. I hope it wasn't too tedious. It's an interesting mission. It was meant to be a nice quick one shot. They were supposed to finish off in one session, which obviously didn't happen. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully now we've got. I'm getting my head around how Sprawlrunners works, and we'll be tweaking it further. We'll be probably taking more the Wise Guys heist format. So we'll see what happens. If you guys actually want to. Play a game with me. I run one shots every other Saturday, and look at the FGCon website. There's a load of games happening weekend next, and I am running Savage Pathfinder, not to be confused with Pathfinders for Savage Worlds. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully see you again sometime. Bye now.